What's up, everybody? Yes, that's right. You at the right place. You're not at an R&B soul show. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. That's right, our bottom line. Getting this camera straight for everybody first. But you know I like to pop in and say, what's up? What it is, yo? What's up? It's Friday, y'all. Trump, after being arrested, will Prince Andrew snitch for a deal? Yes, we know everything that's going on right now, but if you get caught up, will you actually snitch? That's a good question. I think our other predictions have been right. I'm the one that said he's going to get locked up. People didn't believe me. All of a sudden now they're paying attention. Let's get this camera straight. Hope everybody's ready because it's Friday, y'all. Let's go. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Okay, let's see what we're going to do. Let's see how we can get this straight over here for today. See what we got going on this morning. Hope everybody had a good evening, slept well, got all of their energy up and everything. Because y'all, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I hope you store it up. We got a lot to cover today. And I'm so glad that it's Friday. You know, for a lot of people that got to get out there and go out to work and everything. Of course, myself as well. You know, not just y'all. Got to get out there myself too and get to work. So yeah, all of us working people that got to do what we got to do. Let's stand and be appreciated for what we do. Okay, I think I could run with that. Just a little lip on the top over there. Let me see that. The opposite of his. Let me see the opposite of his hand should go up just like that. Right about there. See where we at on our time, 57. I got to get these prayers in for everybody, so we're going to have to run with that. Yeah, we can run with that. Oh, my God, that's a little terrible right there. Going to have to really fix that, Bugatti. Come on now, bro. You had it better before. You had it better before. Run with that, if anything. How everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday because guess what? We're here together and it's time to get it on. Want to put these prayers up for love, for health, for great experiences, as well as, let's say, patience and comfort when it comes down to us handling our people, and as well as patience. All right, you guys. And also, I want to pray for specific people. Rebecca Lanyan Bueno for your health. Want to pray for Terry for your leg, and many different people that we know are going through these ailments now. You guys want to make sure that we pray for you. And something made my eyes open when I saw Liberty and Justice. And I just had to start realizing, man, I don't know what would happen if Liberty ain't here, because it really throws me off, because I really appreciate you, Liberty. I just really need you to know that. Some of you guys, I couldn't do it without you. And Batty Lynn coming in, like, been here since like day one. Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. It's much bigger than just this show when it comes down to us. Can't wait till it's one day when we actually probably can meet somewhere where I create a great event and we probably can come together. Want to also tell everybody else that I appreciate you too. Keep those hands up on those prayers. I definitely appreciate you, Luigi, Audrey, Ad Range, Cheerios. Who else is up in here? Everybody as far as Sam Champion, Mark Dorfman, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, Jeffrey Spilker. That's right. Casey. Can't forget about our family. We got to cover them even when they're not around. That's what we call consideration. That's what you call consideration. Praying for somebody even when you're not around. And guess what? Audrey, and that's how we're going to do it this morning, you guys. Teddy, I see you. Amen. That's right, you guys. That's how we going to get it in this morning, because I appreciate you, and it's ready to go. Let's do it. Batty, how am I for sound? Just let me know. Okay, how we doing? How we doing for sound out there, you guys? Let me know how our sound is going, because I don't want to start singing and you guys are like, yeah, I can't even hear you, Bugatti. Let me know how we doing for sound real quick before we go ahead and get this started. And yeah, everybody, I hope you guys are good. Okay, good. Thank you so much for letting me know about the sound. Thank you. Because guess what? You just started the show. Woo! Told you I couldn't do this without you, because I don't know what's going on if you don't tell me. That's right. And let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love using that voice. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Let's go. So I see what we got right now. We just got a pop watch on us. We're not even going to worry about it, because we're going to go, yeah, we kind of got a pop watch on us right now. So it's at 59. It went crazy, and the band broke right in front of all of our people. So I see that's going to be kind of crazy right there. So I'm not even mad. So, I'm going to keep on going. Even if you act stupid, things happen. Things happen. And I told you, you got to keep on running for the train. Don't stop running because the doors might stay open for you. Here you go. Y'all ready? Because I am. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. Gotta go fast. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And okay. Olay. That's called keeping it moving even when, that's called showmanship, y'all. You got to keep going. I'm scared to tap this forehead with this watch on the way the band is, because I start beating this drum, it might fall on the floor. But we still got to keep doing what we got to do, right? And we open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. We got to put a budget together to fix my watch. We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. And yesterday, you know what we did? We talked about it. We kept it real funky over here. We don't pull no punches. We keep it real funky over here. Y'all remember that one time where I cut my tie and I had the other piece in here? And y'all was like, yo, I love the way it's matching. I said, guess what? Boom, pulled it out and it was the other part of the tie. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. And don't be sad about it. That's part of showmanship. That's right. Never let them see you sweat. But guess what I'm going to do right now? Time to give it up for the R, the A, the K-I-M. And if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? I was a fiend. Before I became a teen, I melted microphones instead of cones of ice cream using orientated. So when hip hop was eliminated, fitted like pieces of puzzles, complicated. Cause I grabbed the mic and try to say, yes, y'all, they try to take it and say that I'm too small. Cool, so I don't get upset. I kick a hole in the speaker, pull a plug, then I jet back to the lab without a mic to grab. So then I add all the rhymes I had, one after the other one. Then I make another one to diss the opposite and ask if the brother's done. I get a craving like I'm fiending for nicotine, but I don't need a cigarette. Know what I mean? I'm raging, ripping up the stage, and don't it sound amazing? Cause every rhyme is made up, caught up, cause it's sort of an addiction, magnified by the mix and vocals, vocabulary. Y'all know where we're going with this, right? The microphone fiend, the microphone fiend, fiend, the microphone. I'm the microphone fiend, 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 fiend. Fiend, See what I'm telling you? You always got to pray first. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. It's Friday, y'all. And if pump that beat. It's Friday the 20th. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. And we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. How could it not? One of my favorite rappers of all time. Give it up for the R, the A to the K-I-M. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? Y'all know the microphone guard. Let's keep it moving, you guys. How y'all doing? It's our bottom line. Y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate it. What we got this morning, you guys, trending topics, current events, my antics, the #1 chat and family in YouTube history. Give yourselves a round of applause. We got a hot show lined up for you guys. Updates, trending topics. Y'all gonna love it. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm back. Yes, I'm very long-winded, but sometimes even I gotta stop for a little breather. We gotta keep it moving this morning, you guys. It's Friday. I'm excited to be here, as you probably can tell. trending topics, current events, and much, much more. So without any further ado, I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Also, what time it is. I love to know what time it is. Somebody actually said it's 1:30 the other day. I started going back and looking at all of the places and all of the times that you guys were chiming in. That was kind of crazy right there. That's why I always try to get news from everywhere. Somebody pops in from Turkey and says, oh, they never show any news from Turkey. No, we can't do that. We got to be fair over here. That's why we do what we do over here. And that's why we actually cover so much. So you don't really got to go anywhere. What I really like to do is give you a taste of everything that's going on. You can figure out what you want to go surf for. That's right. And we don't try to give you any opinions. Well, if it's Kathy Joko Hoko, depending on that, or maybe some other people, we might have a little bit of opinion. You know how we do over here. But yes, you guys, I'm ready to go. 5 videos at a time. Please stay on topic. Stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. And guess what? Let's get into these titles. Let's go. It's Friday, y'all. Let's get loaded up on some information because it's forever changing. It's like you could think of something right now, 2 hours it's going to happen, and then the whole thing just changes again. It's like we're living in a video game. Let's get into it. We got Trump. After being arrested, will Prince Andrew snitch for a deal? Think about it. Not used to going through all of this stuff, getting pulled in and got all police around him, got his, everywhere he lived being raided and then trying to take all of his information, looking through the computers and everything. What do you think? Do you think he'll tell it? After all, think about this. After you put someone in a corner so far, they could only take but so much. We're not talking about a conditioned criminal here. We're not talking about somebody that's used to being dealt with like that. We're talking about royalty. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because what else do we have? We got Mom Dami, na easy super cat, na use a dumb dummy. That's right, Mayor Mom Dami proposes a New York City's billionaire tax, and it has the Democrats divided. I heard he got a little bit of money, maybe like $1.3 million from Kathy Joko Hoko. She cut off the spigot, and now he's trying to say, I don't want to, but I may have to raise taxes. That means taxes on mortgages, and then that means further increased rents. Thanks. Good luck, you guys. Did a good job in selecting that mayor, right? Don't even know his ass from his elbow. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because last but not least, we've got the grieving mothers that blast Mark Zuckerberg for their roles in Facebook addiction. You guys know that there's been a lot of victims of bullying. What is it? Fat shaming. Many different things that sends different children to actually do the word that we can't bring up right now, suicide. And guess what? Many mothers had their photos of their children at this hearing. They wanted their words to be heard. It was a 7-hour-long meeting, and they got their word to be heard. Zuckerberg came back with a little bit. We're going to get into that as well. Guess what, you guys? It's time. It's time to get to work. It's time to see what we got going on here. Let's get locked and loaded for this Friday morning and get this information together, you guys. Get the gaggle going right now. Oh, that's a nice picture up there. Where'd you get this picture of Andrew getting, I don't know. First, we're going to set it off with President Trump. We've got Air Force One gaggle from different reporters that are asking him questions. My question is, why do you try to ask the president strategic questions when it comes down to WAR? Why do you think he's just going to tell you what's going on and the enemy can just look on television and see what's going to happen? That's not how it goes, brothers and sisters. Let's keep on moving forward. Understand you can know some things, but we're now in a time of wanting to know so much information, we start to forget, some things that we shouldn't know at certain times. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Good morning. Let's get it.
Because I wouldn't answer that question anyway. I wouldn't.
So he's talking about AOC right here. It's a little bit behind the scenes, too. I like the gaggle.
Respond to a question like that. That's war. When it comes to war, you don't talk about your strategy. She could have done that very easily. She had no idea. I don't think she knew what Taiwan was. That was the problem. But you don't talk about military strategy. You could have taken an easy pass on that one. That was not a good answer.
Good morning, everybody.
Because I suspect that'll be used in every campaign for the next 30 years against her. That was not a good one, Peter. What do you think?
I got a question about something big overseas today. The former Prince Andrew arrested by the police there, related to something with Jeffrey Epstein. Do you think people in this country at some point, associates of Jeffrey Epstein, will wind up in handcuffs too?
Well, you know, I'm the expert in a way because I've been totally exonerated. That's very nice. So I can actually speak about it very nicely. I think it's a shame. I think it's very sad. I think it's so bad for the royal family. It's a very, very sad. To me, it's a very sad thing. When I see that, it's a very sad thing. To see it and to see what's going on with his brother, who's obviously coming to our country very soon, and he's a fantastic man, the king. So I think it's a very sad thing. It's really interesting because nobody used to speak about Epstein when he was alive, but now they speak. But I'm the one that can talk about it because I've been totally exonerated. I did nothing. In fact, the opposite. He was against me. He was fighting me in the election, which I just found out through the last 3 million pages of documents. Yeah, please. Yeah.
He said today on Iran, bad things will happen if
Yeah,
Iran doesn't make
really
a
bad
deal.
things.
What will that?
I'm not going to talk to you about that.
No. What is the goal if there is a U.S. military
Well, we're either
strike?
make a deal or we're going to get a deal one way or the other.
They know how to pick at a scab, boy. They keep on asking the same question over and over again. He just told you AOC answered that question, and she answered it the wrong way. Why do you think he's going to answer the question for you? But okay, some people just don't get it. Let's keep on moving forward because, yeah, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was arrested, but he also was released. Did he get what they call in New York City a release on his own recognizances? I have no idea. But after his arrest, but does that mean that he's off the hook? What do you guys think? Do you think that he's off the hook, or do you think that it's already done? Let me know what you think. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's get those roaches up out of here. I see we got a lot of trolls.
Because Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has just been released from police custody in Norfolk after he was arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. This is the first picture of the former prince as he left Aylsham Police Centre about half an hour ago. Earlier, he was arrested at...
Now, I don't know what you guys take of that face, but that's crazy. I think that they were talking about Trump. Let's leave them alone. Yeah, you can definitely have your opinions on politicians, but I'm working here. Let's get it. All right. What type of face would you guys say that is? Does that look like a face of comfort? Or does that look like a prince that's like, what the hell is about to happen to me? That's exactly what I'm trying to explain to you guys right here. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is in a place of distress. He's in a place of what's going on. He's already in a place of exile, and he's already been banished from the castle. He's already been stripped of his name, as well as all of his ranks and everything that he's known for. What do you guys think this guy will actually do if they tell him he's going to get some serious jail time? Coming up, we're gonna see what the offers are going to be like and what could actually happen to him.
At Sandringham Estate on his 66th birthday. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has always denied any wrongdoing regarding his relationship with the convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, and we don't yet know what the conditions are of his release this hour. Rhiannon Mills has more now on a day of stunning developments.
The unmarked police cars were seen on the Sandringham estate with no advance warning for the king or the wider palace that his brother was going to be arrested. Thames Valley Police then releasing their statement confirming they were questioning a man in his 60s and searching properties in...
On his birthday. On his birthday, y'all. That's the worst gift in the world to get. But you know what? If he's guilty, I would say this is some really good treatment of how to get him. Another thing, if people are guilty of certain things, just like, let's say, Ghislaine Maxwell, I don't feel sorry for her. I don't at all. I think that she should actually go back to the maximum security prison and not be at a place like Bryant minimum security. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all.
In Norfolk and Berkshire, not naming him, but it was clear it was Andrew on the day he marks his 66th birthday. The first senior royal in modern history to be arrested, questioned on suspicion of misconduct in public office. It comes after police had been looking at emails from the latest Epstein files and allegations that Andrew, during his time as trade envoy, may have passed on confidential details to the convicted paedophile and other business contacts.
And that right there is why your boy can get a whole bunch of time in jail right there. He can get a lot of time for that. Telling like secrets like that to somebody that's not supposed to have that. That's exactly what could happen. It could be a whole lot. I'm going to tell you guys coming up, but you got to stick around for it. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. Really appreciate the fact that you guys are here for Friday's show, Our Bottom Line. Let's keep on moving forward because now the United States appears to shift the military resources from the Middle East amidst talks with Iran. My question is, does that mean that we're actually probably in a place where we don't have to do anything? And we may be able to get rid of all of that nuclear? I don't know, but we're going to go into that and we're going to see. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because right now we got a peace in the Middle East discussion from the President Trump, who's basically talking about what's going on in the Middle East. Let's keep on moving forward. They're trying to continue with the peace. I think that's been a thing for a long time now. It's always been like, let's try to keep peace in the Middle East. Let's keep on going.
Israel, as you know, with you could say Israel and numerous countries if you want to really know the truth, but Israel and Iran, and we'll see where that goes. But when you think of Israel, we've done the biggest thing of all. We have peace in the Middle East right now. That's bigger than people said it couldn't be done. For 3,000 years, they've been talking about Middle East. They said it couldn't be done. And you look at what's happened in Gaza. And one of the keys to it was when we took those beautiful, magnificent, we just ordered 22 more of them, updated model. The B-2 bombers are incredible. I never understood the B-2 bomber. I'd watch, it's a wing. And I've never quite understood
Good
that,
morning,
Johnny.
guys.
I'd look at it and say, it's beautiful, but what does it do? It carries very big bombs. And it went into Iran and it totally decimated the nuclear potential. And when it decimated that, all of a sudden we had peace in the Middle East because there was a black cloud hanging over the Middle East. And if that wasn't done, that cloud would have been there. And countries like Saudi Arabia, countries like Qatar, countries like, nobody could have signed. You would have had that threat. You couldn't have had peace in the Middle East. So now we may have to take it a step further, or we may not. Maybe we're going to make
Help
a deal.
spread the peace,
you're
right?
going to be
I like
finding
that,
out over the
Spencer.
next
I like that, Spencer.
probably 10 days. But this meeting today is proof with determined leadership, nothing is impossible. When I took office, the war in Gaza was raging with thousands of people being killed and no end in sight. Today, thanks to unrelenting diplomacy and the commitment of many of the great people in this room, we have 59 countries signed up on Gaza. Think of that. We have, it's amazing. But all the people, many, really so many in this room, the war in Gaza is over. It's over. There are little flames. Hamas has been, I think they're going to give up their weapons, which is what they promised. If they don't, it'll be, they'll be harshly met, very harshly met. They don't want that.
Okay, second time you said that. We got enough gaggle out of there this morning. Can't say it's not fresh off the press. Let's keep it moving, you guys, because now, yeah, he held the Black History event for the month, and that was at the White House. A lot of people are saying that the R word, not the other one, racist, saying that he's an racist president. Let's see, because people like Mike Tyson and others don't have that to say about President Trump. And like I said a few days ago, you guys might get mad at me for calling it out, but it was a lot of rappers that used to say Trump this, money like Trump, I'm trying to get Trump tight. Even a rapper named Tone Trump. You guys remember, we used to use that Trump name a lot, especially when it was associated with monetary and looking like, elegance and things of that nature. Now, not so much. Just keep it moving forward, you guys. And it's like what a difference the day makes. It's kind of like when Hulk Hogan was the bad guy, then all of a sudden he came and turned it all around and became a good guy. It happens. It happens both ways sometimes, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it because, yeah, we're having this is February, which is Black History Month. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. We have a lot more to get into for our bottom line. I want you guys to see what's going on for this event here. And again, like I said, Mike Tyson basically defends, the Black History Month event as well. So just to say, let you see what's going on the other side of the coin.
Caused the Revolutionary War. Did you know that? 10,000, and it's actually a number, even I've heard even higher than that, helping secure our independence in every generation since, from the Buffalo Soldiers to the Tuskegee Airmen. Black Americans have stepped forward to defend the flag and to defend our country.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Like few others, really.
What's up,
few
Rebecca?
others. And you've never really been given the recognition that you should get for that. You know that, Ben? They never, I don't think a lot of people have given the kind of recognition, but everyone knows all about the Tuskegee Airmen. They were great and amazing. The Buffalo Soldiers, do you know the Buffalo Soldiers? Good stuff, right?
Good stuff,
From
right?
jazz to the blues, that you do get recognition for. Jazz, the blues, from rock and roll to rap, black artists like Chuck Berry, Muddy Waters. How about Nicki Minaj? Do we love Nicki Minaj? Right?
Do you think Nicki Minaj picked up a whole new bunch of fans just now?
I love Nicki Minaj. She was here a couple of weeks ago. She's so beautiful. Her skin's so beautiful. I said, Nicki is so beautiful. Her nails, they're like that long. I said, Nicki, are they real? She said, she didn't want to get into that. But she was so beautiful and so great. And she gets it, more importantly, frankly, she gets it. But black leaders from Frederick Douglass to Martin Luther King, right? Little relative over here, have made our country freer, and really what they've really done is made life more just. And black athletes have inspired billions around the globe, from Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard also, by the way, great, what a great fighter. Muhammad Ali, who was a friend of mine. I put a picture of myself and Muhammad. It was another piece of work. You talk about a piece of work. But he could fight, couldn't he? Huh? Mike Tyson, boy, I tell you, Mike has been loyal to me. Whenever they come out, they say, Trump's a racist. It's like a statement. Trump's a racist. Mike Tyson goes, he's not a racist. He's my friend. He's been there from the beginning, good times and bad. But Mike Tyson's a great guy, and he was so loyal, always been loyal. And Herschel Walker, speaking about loyal, how good a football player was Herschel? Herschel Walker, now he's ambassador to the Bahamas. I don't know, Bahamas, Bermuda, is he Bahamas, whatever. It's nice, a nice place. You'd like that, Bruce, wouldn't you? Bruce wants it. And a guy I became really, he liked Trump, Jim Brown. He was tough. He'd come in, he was very silent. He was silent but deadly. He'd come in and he'd look at people, and if he didn't like them, he'd just look at me and he'd go, no good. He wanted to rip their heart out. I would...
Seem like they kind of getting along there, you guys. And you know what? I like stuff like that because it kind of lets you guys see both ends of the spectrum. It can't be made up when it's like that. And if you guys really want to look into the history of his relationship with like Jesse Jackson, Mike Tyson, and many other people, it is a relationship history there. He actually let Tyson, asked Mike Tyson to box at Trump, what was that? I think it was Trump, not Las Vegas, the one in New Jersey, the one that nobody really goes to anymore, Atlantic City. Let's keep on moving forward now, because yes, we have world news to get into. Venezuela, Mercado. She predicts that a mass of refugees are going to voluntarily return to Venezuela. This must be, of course, because now Maduro is no longer there and he's been arrested. Let's keep on going, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. I got a lot more information to get you guys out. Let's go. Let's see what's going on.
Maria Corina Machado is the Venezuelan opposition leader. Maria, it's great to have you on, as usual. Let's talk about this, because Chris Wright, the energy secretary, was just in Venezuela meeting with Delcy Rodriguez, who is now the interim president of Venezuela. You just heard that President Trump said, well, maybe I'll go to Venezuela. And he's also said, hey, we're working great with her. He said that the relationship between himself and Delcy was a 10. Just like to get your thoughts on that.
Well, this is a historic moment. For the first time in decades, we're seeing a regime that destroyed a nation, looted our country, created corruption networks and criminal networks along the hemisphere begin to fall. And every control that can be put in place to overlook these criminals is needed. Nothing is enough.
It is a couple of people, a few and many, that are saying that a Venezuelan president was kidnapped. They are saying that they want him returned. Let me try to be fair in this, because there are a small amount of people that feel like Venezuela should still be ran by Maduro. So let me just put that out there, because I have done a little bit of research. It's quite unbelievable, I have to say, but I have to say it's true.
And certainly, as we mentioned before, as we move along in this transition process, more guarantees, rule of law, contract enforcement will be put in place so great investment can come into Venezuela finally.
So obviously you agree with Phil Flynn, the oil expert, who says that long-term investment just isn't going to happen until there's an election. So then the question goes to you. What are you doing? Are you going to return to Venezuela? Are you campaigning? What's happening? You are the face of the opposition movement.
Well, yes, I'm planning to go back to Venezuela as soon as possible. I am here coordinated with the Trump's administration and many other actors in the United States that understand that this is a security issue for the United States and for Venezuela, and want to work together into that transition because there's a great issue here.
And there's a security issue on you too, because there's people that still don't like you out there. You got to be careful before you roll out. Roll out. I got my twin Glock for this. Cock back. You better be and have some good security, boo. We already know the deal when it comes down to that. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. It's Friday, y'all. How y'all doing today? What's the plan? Let's get it going. Let's keep it moving now. We got this proposed billionaires tax that's coming to start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York. But guess what? If you want to be a part of it, you got to be a part of Mom Dummy. Now easy super cat. Now he's a dumb dummy. Because guess what he's trying to do now? He's going to run all of the rich people out of the state. And Bernie Sanders is actually believing him. He's with him saying the same thing. It's time to take more money from the billionaires. And then if not, we're going to raise the taxes on the people that have homes and own land. And then rents are going to go up. It's not high enough, huh? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. You see how the domino effect just happens? How everybody just starts to be affected by stupid decisions? That's right. So everybody who actually voted for him, hope you're getting what you look for. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's come on over to New York real quick and let you guys see what's going on with New York with this billionaires tax for the Democrats. And there's a lot of people right now that's actually not really for this, but he's doing it anyway. Let's keep on moving. Let's go.
A proposed tax on billionaires is turning some Democrats against each other. Senator Bernie Sanders rallying supporters last night in Los Angeles, arguing it's time the ultra-rich pay more.
It is too high, angry.
In American history, have we seen the outrageous level of income and wealth inequality we see today?
But California Governor Gavin Newsom is pushing back on the proposal in his state, saying the initiative will drive away the wealth and businesses that keep the state economy strong.
Who is this right here with a very smart comment? Lisa Roy, Mom Damas. I love that name. We might be using it. I might be using Mom Damas. I like that. It's acting like the rich can't afford to move or change their driver's license, another property out of state or at least upstate of New York City. You're right about that. I like that.
The impact of a one-time tax does not solve an ongoing structural challenge. You would have a windfall one time, and then over the years, you would see a significant reduction in taxes because taxpayers will move.
The one-time 5% tax was proposed by one of California's healthcare unions. It says the money is necessary to prevent a collapse of the state's healthcare system and fund other public services cut.
So you don't look at what happened in California just now as a possibility of happening. We're supposed to look at history and think, hey, it might repeat itself. There's already been a mass exodus from New York and New York State. So the fact of the matter is, when you see what's happening right here with Mark Zuckerberg leaving and taking all his money and businesses and going down to Florida, why would you do the same thing in your state when it's already hard to live here? I'm talking about the rents are astronomical. The food is ridiculous. They're giving us all this ultra processed crap. The stores don't really have that much of variety. And it's so bad here as far as crime is concerned. It's ridiculous. It's the most expensive place to take transit And even if you try to drive, you get hit with $9 to $15 when it comes down to the road tax. They might as well be out there like pirates with ARs and have a stick and everything pulling up like this. Okay, now you guys can go by. And you got to pay $9 if you live in New York to pass 59th Street to go to 60th Street. That's one block, right? Yeah. And don't try to go down and go around, because everywhere already has the overheads that's going to slap you. And if you think you're going to get by because I don't have an easy pass, they'll get your license plate and they will send it to you in the mail. $9 if you have an easy pass, $14 if you don't have one. I'm estimating now, because you know I've been keeping a pretty good number, $270 million has been taken from that, even though the Trump administration and the administration told them to shut it down months ago. Kathy Joku Hoku, you're batting 1,000. Give him some of that money you stole. Let's keep on moving forward and double tap that screen to get those likes up, because I know what's going on in New York. Okay, report from who? Maria. Okay, what you got for me, Maria? We got political firestorm that's going on before the State of the Union. This looks bad. Yeah, I don't think it's going to pass as far as when it comes down to the have to have identification to vote. I don't think it's going to go through the SAVE Act. Don't think it. So let's keep on moving forward to see what's going on with this SAVE Act right now. Let's go.
To vote.
I'm for photo ID. We have photo ID here in Florida.
Are you going to vote yes for ID to vote?
I'm for photo ID. We have photo ID here in Florida. And so I have no problem with photo ID. What's being proposed is a separate, completely different identification.
Yes, because they want to make sure that even though you might have state ID, they still want to make sure that you're supposed to be in the country, and even, you know, maybe like a passport or something like that. And a lot of these states do not have where you have to show your identification at. I think it's very important to be able to identify who you are to be able to vote. But that's just my opinion. I love to know you guys' opinion, and I always ask. So if you feel and support the bill that you think that they should have everyone in every state should have a voter registration, show identification to vote, give me a thumbs up. If you don't think it's necessary and it's not that important, thumbs down. Just that easy. Thumbs up if you think it's important, and we should have voters use identification that can be verified. Thumbs down if it's not that important to you and you're thinking in another way where it's like they're trying to alienate certain people from not being able to vote. Because I know that's another reason why people feel that way as well.
For voting.
Now, wait a minute, because the SAVE Act, the Save America Act, is requiring voters to show ID to vote. And they also require a citizenship. So
we got one thumbs down and one person that says that they just got their real ID. That's Tanya.
That you stay with the law and, in fact, only have American citizens voting. So, again, will you vote yes to that act?
As far as, again, there's no evidence that non-citizens are voting.
American citizens vote in American elections. So having an ID to vote would be in step with the law. So are you going to vote for the law?
If they put forward a bill that says you can use your driver's license or your state-issued identification to vote, I support that. The SAVE Act goes way beyond that. It would affect women whose birth certificate doesn't match their driver's license. It will depress turnout by requiring people to go and re-register to go get this new voter ID.
Congressman. That's not true.
This is about depressing turnout. It's not about making sure non-citizens vote.
I agree with everybody here because you have your opinion. Then you said they want illegals to vote. That may be some people that do feel that way. They got my regular ID should be proof enough. I think that you're right about that. Someone said the real ID should be good enough too. Has Trump actually been arrested? I don't think so. Let's go. We got, who's that right there? Nicola Bryan. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. We appreciate everything. Let's keep on moving forward. Everybody, it's $2. Come on now, it's something there. She ain't had to give me a jack. Tell her thank you. Florida, we must have real ID. It's true. You're lying. Stop it. If you think you're going to make a profit, voting is over. Okay, thank you, Nicola. Appreciate you.
Either, Congressman. The SAVE Act is a requirement for ID to vote, period.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully...
See, he don't want to answer that question. I can see you guys. And there's a lot of people that's standing firm because of their own beliefs. And you know what? I can't be angry at that. You know why? Because everyone should have their own opinions about things. And that's how the world should be. But I do think that we can probably sit down and come up with a solution and a resolution together to make everybody feel comfortable. I don't think it's like, it should be that hard to figure this thing out, because it's really not a hard thing to figure out. How about the women that don't have the identifications that match up with their birth certificates? Help them find a way to make that actually work, or make it easier for them to have that happen. Things like that. Let's go into things and find out why things are the problem and try to find a way to resolve it and try to help everybody. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We don't got to be like that. Let's try to work together. Let's keep on going, because now, where we going right now? Oh man, I don't even want to do this. And I might as well go the other way. Where we at? New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. But guess what? Man, we staying in the Bronx. That's right, right in the Bronx. Where they do it at, where the Yankees and yeah, that's right. We're gonna stay in the Bronx right now, because we got these parents of a teen bystander who lost his life, and his parents were grieving. You remember the dad last week? We broke the story here about the young 15, 16-year-old gentleman, wasn't a gang Bill's nanger, just at the train station at the wrong time, and next thing you know, pow, pow. They finally found the person who actually did it, you guys. I want to see what's going on and show you guys and bring you up to date. They're asking for harsher penalties when it comes down to these minors, especially when it comes down to these severe crimes like this. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get it going, because we got to do our follow-ups on the stories that we break, just to keep on moving and get thoroughly through and find out what actually is going on in these stories.
Happening tonight in the Bronx, heartbroken parents with an emotional plea to find everyone responsible for their son's murder.
He don't look like no G-banger to me. It looked like he was playing football. It looks like a perfectly innocent kid to me. Terrible.
A 16-year-old boy shot and killed last week, a high school football player whose father says was simply at the wrong place at the wrong time. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo with their message.
There were prayers. Jesus is the answer for the youth. And there was unfiltered pain and suffering.
He wasn't in no game. My son was a good son, an honest boy, and I want justice for my son.
From a mother and father who feel society has let them down.
So a kid could just easily murder, rape, do anything they want.
That's the problem.
That's the message that y'all giving out to these kids.
Brian's son, Christopher C.J. Reddick, a budding Bronx high school football star, lost his life at just 16 years old. He tried to run from the bullets, but died at the hands of an adolescent offender, the court paperwork says.
This was an innocent bystander kid that was killed by senseless violence by other young people who are out here doing terrible things.
That's right. They recklessly shot at a group on 238th Street near Broadway last Wednesday night, also wounding 2 other teens, after police sources say
That's why I show these stories, because I know everybody in the chat right now is older than 16 years old. And you think about what you were doing and how it was when you were 16 years old. I think about, man, if my life was over when I was 16, I'm this age now. That's why every day I look at it like a blessing. And when you guys ask me why I wear a suit, straight up, I'm lucky to be here, lucky to be alive. Praise God, real talk.
a dispute that started at a nearby McDonald's escalated to a brawl. Cops have so far arrested a 17-year-old and charged him with murder. And they're still looking to bring at least 2 others to the borough's top prosecutor.
I already have one under arrest, and we're looking for others. And you need to know that I'm looking for you.
Right.
Right. The police are looking for you.
Right.
The ops are looking for you.
And the community.
And the community is looking for you.
Christopher's parents.
Me and him finally had our
You heard what she said? She said the ops are looking for you and the community is looking for you. And that's how it should be. We should get this stop snitching crap out of there. We should make snitching, and when people say that, we should make that whack. Like, oh, you bringing up that? Like, nah, yeah, we are bringing it up. And what you doing is whack. The same way I feel about the glizzy and the hot dog. When men are like, oh, you gonna take that whole hot dog to that whole glizzy to the face? How long have they been making hot dogs? But now all of a sudden, because in your mind it's a little broken wristed, and you guys are partially like that. That's how I look at it. Anybody that make fun of a hot dog like it's a repetition of a human organ, I look at you like you're the one that's suspect. I don't say glizzy. You don't see me around here saying pause unless it's too suspect. Things like that. I'm a man. If I gotta worry about chasing words like that, I should really have a bigger problem and not even speak. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
Our last one-on-one basketball game.
It's never going to be the same for none of us.
They're looking for the system to get tougher on youth violence.
I feel it should be a new law, a bill passed that parents be held accountability for crimes like this. Whatever time your child get, you and your child split that.
Well, first authorities have to find the remaining suspects. The Bronx District Attorney tonight asking the community to cooperate and not hesitate in handing over any tips that can help track them down.
All right, so I'm gonna just put you guys up on to something. Now, I used to be a superintendent. Trainers right here. That's the corner store right there. Really cool Arab guys. Right across this way, the bus stop, I was the super of that building. Area is crazy. The McDonald's is right across on Broadway. They call it the Bronx, but it's not. Trust me, it's uptown Broadway. Because if you keep going straight, you'll wind up in Yonkers. You have to go east in order to get to the Bronx. You're still uptown when you get to damn near 240th. People knew you, New York, they'd tell you. People think, oh, you're up in 207 Street. You must be in the Bronx. Yeah, okay, good. Keep thinking that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. But what I do want to do is not keep the light on this tragedy and this situation right here. And I definitely want to pray for the family and everybody that was suffering in this situation here. I'm praying that they find the person that did this, and they will. And I'm hoping that they finally get to the bottom of what it was all about. And I'm probably pretty sure that it was probably something that had to do with gizangs and gangs or whatever like that. I'm gonna just say it. And even though he wasn't involved in it, you get caught up in the crossfire, and that's another way for you to be the one that get caught up on it, because there's no name on Ullets. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And thank you so much, Miss Swanza. I would lose my mind if my 17-year-old lost his life unnecessarily. He's a high school basketball star with so many college coaches looking to, I ain't see the rest. I'm sorry, Miss Swanza, but I want to pray for you as well as your son and make sure that he is covered as well. Thank you, you guys, and show Miss Swanza some love for the $10 super chat. You know we appreciate you. Let me know if you got your keychain as well. Yup, it's still, even though it shows in the Bronx maps, but still, thank you. Know what I'm talking about. Keep it moving. I've been around for too long. I could tell you about this city, and I'm really starting to get to the point where I'm thinking about running for some things right now, because it ain't making no sense. I don't want things to stay the same. I think that things should evolve, but the way that they go on with certain stuff, I'm really not happy with it. And sometimes when you get peed off, that's when you go out there and make some noise. Let's keep on moving forward over to Texas. And did this father KILL his daughter over an argument about President Trump? And then, yeah, I don't even understand, because this is the follow-up to that story. And why has he not been arrested yet? I don't get it. You let that would have been somebody else, and it would have been a story that's a backstory like this. You don't think they would have been arrested by now?
Did this father shoot his daughter to death after a heated argument over President Trump? This is the moment police confront him.
Just as I picked it up, it went off. Okay.
His 23-year-old daughter, Lucy Harrison, was
23 years old over an argument.
Visiting her dad, who lives in a Dallas suburb. Reports say dad and daughter clashed over his conservative politics and his support of Trump. Dad shot daughter after arguing about Donald Trump, goes this headline. British woman killed by father in Texas had argued with him about Trump. When cops got to the scene, Chris Harrison explained that the shooting was accidental.
And we were getting ready to go to the airport, and we were talking about guns, and she said, "You got a gun?" I said, "Yes." I got it out, and it just went off as she stood there.
It just went off and she stood there. She said, "Oh, you got a gun?" He said, "Yeah, I got a GUN. Yeah, I got one." Oh, and it just went off and I stood there. She stood there. Even the way he's telling the story don't make sense. He went to take it out the bag, and then all of a sudden it went off and it discharged and it hit her. Now all of a sudden we're hearing about this argument. Actually heard about it before, about this argument. And he's still just hanging around. Nobody locked him up or nothing. I ain't no snitch, but damn, for real?
Like, as I pulled it out, it went off.
As the interrogation continues, you can see her boyfriend wipes his eyes.
Is her boyfriend?
Okay, boyfriend. Okay.
As he pulled it out, it went off. Why are you pulling that out in the first place? And then you guys are having an argument about something.
Dad wants to know if Lucy is still alive.
Do you know if she's breathing or?
I'm not 100% sure.
She died from a gunshot wound to the chest. A controversy erupted after the text.
Do you see this? Do you see this? Lost her life. Beautiful woman.
This grand jury decided not to file charges. We spoke to Houston lawyer Emily Taylor about the case.
When this story broke, a lot of people were pretty upset about it, confused, like how can this father get away with this?
He's alleging basically this was a total accident. I don't think I pulled the trigger.
Lucy deserved better.
At a news conference, Lucy's mom and boyfriend, who live in...
I'm sorry, but they didn't know that Casey was back to work. I apologize. Casey, I missed you, bro. I was over there on it too, but I see you back to work.
England stood side by side.
Lucy had so much more of life to live, to love, and to give.
We don't play about the loss of life over here, you guys. There's no way that we're gonna let that ride. Somebody in the comments was saying something crazy. We know you a troll when you stick out like that. That's what we like around here. You know, if you were smarter, you would really try to get cool with us and then do stuff to alter us. Just being a little stupid treasure troll saying mean things, you're sticking your head out the hole and you're just like duck hunt, boom, duck hunt, boom. But hey, you keep wanting to do stuff like that, welcome, because I got some shooters, and I ain't no joke either. Boom! I'll get you out of here too. Guess what, you guys? It's Friday. What y'all should be doing right now? Look, Friday. That's right, the end of the week. It's coming to an end, you guys. We gonna be chilling. That's right, we made it another one. After 8 hours, many grieving mothers blast Zuckerberg. And I'm gonna tell you like this, I never even knew about these stories until you shine light on them. No one really talks about things like this because it always gets overpopulated and it always gets swept up under the rug because of other major things that's happening. But what about the children that are losing their lives and scared to go to school, or the ones that get bullied online, or the ones that get shamed and stuff like that? What about them? You ever think about those people? I think we should think about them a little bit and reflect on that when it comes down to the ones that lost their lives, especially when it comes down to these social networks, because we probably strong enough to be able to take bullying, but a lot of people aren't.
Mark Zuckerberg spent nearly 8 hours on the witness stand in a case alleging that major social media platforms are intentionally designed to be addictive for children and teenagers. Following the CEO's testimony, grieving mothers reacted to his plea outside the courtroom. Listen.
He knew perfectly well what was going on. The intention of the company was to prey on teens, use teens' usage, exploit them so they can make greater profits. And that was done intentionally, not by accident.
I can't say there's anything new I heard. I just know that more children have died since my daughter died in 2021, so things are...
That's why we know about all the stuff that's on the apps. Tell the truth, you'll be on our apps like finding out all this stuff. The kids come to you, oh, I know how to do that. Da-da-da-da-da. Mom, can you pay for this? You mind using your card for this? You be like, what? And I ain't even gonna get nothing delivered to me? It's just something that go on the phone and you want me to pay for it? Yeah, that's how we get introduced to some of this stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of up-to-date parents that know a lot of this stuff. But most of the time, it's the kids who they introduce it through and it funnels to you. And then you wind up paying for the app, right? On a monthly.
are not any better.
Let's bring in Senior Research Associate for the Center for Technology and the Human Person at the Heritage Foundation, Daniel Cochran. Daniel, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Assess Mark Zuckerberg's testimony yesterday. He spoke for 8 hours. He kept his answers short. Did he help make the case that Instagram and other social media platforms did not intentionally addict young people?
What's up, Rebecca?
Look, Mark Zuckerberg, this is the first time he's had to answer in court for the ways in which Meta has addicted its users. And he admitted during testimony that he was aware of research that beauty filters on Instagram had negative effects on teen mental health, and he signed...
We need to be able to text each other when we're doing that, because somebody's being honest right there, because I'm going to be honest with you too. Who's that right there? 4 gifted hands? It's addictive for adults. I told you the other day, you'll wind up swiping and swiping and you'll be there all day. Sometimes you might have to text somebody like, yo, call me so I can stop texting. You might have to have an app for that.
Signed off anyway. Repeatedly in testimony, attorneys for the plaintiffs brought up evidence back in 2017 that Mark Zuckerberg said teens were the company's biggest priority, and that's what they are going after. That's what they're optimizing for. So over and over again, we're seeing in this trial, these big tech companies know what they're doing, and they're plowing forward because kids are money for big tech.
Yeah, you know, there was also this big back and forth yesterday on age verification, and Mark Zuckerberg says, you know, we tried to age verify young people, but they can easily lie. And then a lawyer for the plaintiff said, you expect a 9-year-old to read all of the fine print? That's your basis for swearing under oath that children under 13 are not allowed? So he was making the point that Meta should have done more, but is that? No,
all they got to do is keep on pressing, skip, or whatever. And like I said, how many times, and I don't know how many people here, I know I'm not the only victim. I can't be the only victim. I know I'm a little older now, no doubt, me too. But when it comes down to certain apps and certain things on your phone, you be over here like trying to work it out and all puzzled like this with the squinting eyes. Man, you give that to a toddler. Give that device to a 2-year-old. They be like, da-da-da, da-da-da, ta-ta-ta-ta. I'm talking about, man, listen, you be looking at them like, make you look like you don't know what the hell you doing. They know the phones, this is their era. That's right, this is their era, this is their time, so they up on it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That's why they do the other thing, and it's not good. And if they're that good, the sad part about it is they pacify children with that device. And that's what we got to be worried about. You got to be careful about that, because you can also pacify your children with food. Oh, you're arguing, give them something to eat, get them big, and that's obese, and that's another form of what? You know, abuse. So we got to be careful with, give him the iPad, because he'll leave me alone. I know what I'm talking about. Get in the car, iPad. Come home, where's my iPad? I ain't gonna beat you up too much, but you know who you are. You know who you are, people. Let's keep on moving forward. I got to keep on moving because you know we got a lot to stack in the deck over here. Let me see what we up against over here. Yeah, we finally got him, you guys. And this is for the McDonald's situation. 17-year-old, yeah. This is the one actually. The other one was somewhere else. This is the one I really know about, and I know about the area because it's not over. Happened again, you guys. This is in the McDonald's, I think. Yeah, I think this is the one in the Bronx.
Now to an arrest in the deadly shooting of a teen in Kingsbridge last Wednesday night. Police say they have arrested a 17-year-old boy in the shooting death of 16-year-old Christopher Redding. That 17-year-old boy now facing a slew of charges, including murder, manslaughter, and criminal possession of a weapon. Investigators say Redding was shot and killed on West 238th Street and Broadway after an argument in a nearby McDonald's spilled outside. Now officers have stepped up patrols in the area, including outside of that McDonald's.
So yeah, that is the store. Now it's all coming together now. That is the store. That's the train right there. Across the street is the building. The McDonald's is in that lot over there. And that's the one train upstairs.
We spoke with Redding's father, describing the horrible loss of his son.
They did get somebody.
These kids don't have God in their life.
They got somebody.
That's why they do the thing they do. No repercussions, no conscience. That's why they do the thing they do. They don't know.
Investigators tell News 12 they're looking for 3 more suspects in the deadly shooting. We're told Redding's family plans to hold a vigil on Wednesday to honor his life.
I'm glad I put that there because now we got some closure and we know that they caught his little ass. And I'm hoping that he doesn't get those, like you said in the comments, like there you go, Mike Holmes. Mike Holmes said it, charge him as an adult. Exactly, because you know that's what they don't do. They don't want to, oh, he's young. And you know what they also do, Mike? You know what they do? They give them only up to what do? They do adult life. So if you're like 15 years old, they'll give you life, but you'll only get it up to like when you're 21 and they'll let you out. They call that adult life. Nah, we thinking he need to get the other one, the long one, the whole extended version. That's right. He ain't had no remorse for that. for that kid, and I think that it would be looked at as something for other kids around the neighborhood. Yo, you see what Tommy did or whatever like that? I ain't doing nothing stupid like that, because yeah, he did what he did, but he in there for life, or got 25 with them. Exactly. Need to start showing these people what's going on and show the kids why you're on the kids like that, why I treat you like this, and why I ask you to call me all the time, why I always text you, why I always tell you things, because look at what's going on. So that we don't be the villain. Sometimes we're the villain because, Mom, you always texting me and telling me I can't go here and do whatever. Dad, you know what I'm talking about. So sometimes you need a little bit of help. Come here, let me sit you down for a minute, because I want you to show you why I act like this. I actually love you. I don't want anything to happen to you. Look at what's going on out there. I know it's not you, but look at this. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep on going. Diabolical. I love it, baby. Thank you. Bomb! Whew, I almost fell back because that was like the double barrel I had to use on that one. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got the full deposition. It's time to get into it. Of Les Wexner, testified at the House Oversight Committee probe into how he met Jeffrey Epstein. You think he's going to tell the truth? You think he really going to go there? I'm going to show you guys where the clip is at, a little bit about it and what's going on, but at the same time, I have to let you know it's a very long deposition, because you know I got the whole thing. If you want to see the whole thing, you already know I put the link in the description for y'all to see that. Come on, you know how we do. But we're only going to look at a little bit of it over here just to get some context. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen. Let me know where you chiming in from. I saw somebody chiming in from Sydney, Australia yesterday. Another person chimed in from Africa. Saw another person chiming in from, what was that, Germany one time? Where you guys chiming in from? Let's keep it moving. Let's go.
Again now. Mr. Wexner, is it true that you submitted a statement to the committee this morning?
Yes, I did.
I will now enter as Exhibit 1 the statement of Leslie H.
Snowing in Iowa?
Oh, Exhibit 3,
Australia,
excuse me.
Boston, Cleveland,
Statement of
Jamaica,
Leslie H.
Miami.
Wexner submitted to the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, February 18th, 2026.
Ohio, Louisville. Baltimore, Michigan.
Mr. Wexner, let's start by briefly discussing your education and experience. Where did you attend undergraduate school?
The Ohio State University.
And what degree did you graduate with?
Business degree.
And I know you had a long career, but can you briefly summarize your professional career for the committee?
UK, Utah, Texas, Denmark, Portland, Long Island.
I was raised in a very poor family, and we had no money. And I had an Aunt Ida, and she loaned me her life savings, which was $5,000. And on the understanding I could put it in the bank so it would appear that I'd have money. And I could borrow money from a bank, and I opened a store in 1963. And I opened a store every year for the next 5 or 6 years. And so by 1969, I had 6 stores. I took that company public, not to raise money, because it was remarkably successful.
Detroit.
And I wanted the associates of the
Buffalo.
business to own a piece of the business. So I gave stock to virtually everybody that worked in the stores.
So he did make it from the ground up, you guys. You see that. He made it from the ground up, got a little stores, and took them public. When you take a company public, you can get more monetary because now you got investors.
The back rooms.
Upper West Side, bring them
Cleaning
to
people.
Chicago, Carolina.
I'm very proud of that. And then opened more stores and more stores, and figured out at one point that there was a limit to how many limited stores I could open.
With Bob and
Try to get a little more. Let's see. Try to get a little more.
Wendy Meister.
Well, I met Bob because he was a international insurance broker, and they had our business insurance business, and Bob wanted me to meet his wife, and Bob and Wendy became friends.
So as you see, Les is very old.
Did you trust Mr. Meister with advice?
And again, you guys, this went on for an entire 4 hours and 55 minutes. You know, the show ain't even that long. But I wanted to give you guys some context so you can see what's going on, how it started off, what he's looking like now, a few of the questions that he was asked, because yes, they're peeling the layers back from Jeffrey Epstein, seeing how he got the money. Les is a multi-billionaire, you guys. I'm talking about Epstein was spending hundreds of millions of dollars of his money, had power of attorney over his businesses and all of his accounts, and his children as well. That's right, you guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Jordan said it. It was, what's that, 1833 he made it across the U.S. in wagons and trail. Okay, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's double tap that screen, see if we can get those likes up today. And I promise, if we get those likes up to 500 today, we're going to pick 2 people. That's right. If we get those likes up to 500 today, we're going to pick 2 people out of the chat that we're going to send an Our Bottom Line keychain to, as well as one of our purple Sunday Our Bottom Line decals. That's right, you guys. We get them up over 500, we're going to be able to pick. I'm going to just say pick a number from 1 to 50. And you guys get that number the right way, I'm going to send 2 people, 1 each. That's right, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I do that because I like more people to get over here and get well informed on the information. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I really would appreciate it. It's Friday. King Charles, you know, he already knew about this situation, right? But they're saying that the Prince and Epstein files, the connection, is what's going on right now. And I happen to believe that King Charles, I said this months ago, King Charles was brought up on what's happening as much as we know now. And he probably made these moves a long time ago as a preemptive strike. But there's only but so much that he can be preemptive to get out of. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Come on. See what's going on with this situation. They're saying that he can be abdicated or over the ex-Prince Andrew's Epstein files.
Breaking news begins this hour. Law enforcement in England have arrested former Prince Andrew on suspicion.
Yes, we know he's been arrested and he's been released. But what's the backstory? More context. Can we get more information out of this? Yes.
Suspicion of misconduct in public office. The disgraced royal family of King Charles is alleged to have shared confidential government documents with the notorious pedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
Because I didn't even know like what he got arrested for. What was it about? Was it about the actual crimes or this here? Now we know.
I'm Harris Faulkner. You are in the Faulkner Focus. Live pictures now. And that is Andrew's residence at Sandringham Castle, about 100 miles north of London. Police have been searching that property for hours. They are also now at his Windsor estate, which is about 50 miles west of London.
So they came to the crib and got him. And then the last place that he was staying at, they went and banged that down too, the Royal Lodge. So they're investigating all of the homes. I'm thinking that they're probably looking for photos, anything that can substantiate the claims.
Fox News legal editor, Carrier Bond.
I would imagine the UK court is going to take into consideration, because it's going to hinge on how serious a breach of duty was this. Is the public trust threatened by what he did? Was there harm? And was this information, though, inherently confidential? And that will be an interesting, I think.
In October, King Charles stripped his younger brother of all of his royal titles. Today, King Charles offered his full support and cooperation in the...
Somebody said, why do they think that he would keep that? Don't you think he'd be flushing every photo down the drain? Do you think so? What do you think if somebody thinks that they're untouchable? What do you think about somebody that probably has so much files that they don't even know what's in them? Sometimes people have so much stuff, it could be caught up in moving boxes. You know he just did move, right? It could be something like that, but that's a damn good question. Congress investigated the legality of Trump's tariffs. Says, Dom talk, that talk. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Everybody thank Dom. Let's keep going.
The investigation into Andrew. In a statement, King Charles said, "Let me state clearly, the law must take its course." Eric Sean is on the story, developing still at this hour. Eric.
Hello, Harris. Well, it is a stunning development following the release of the documents in the Epstein scandal. The arrest of former Prince Andrew on suspicion of misconduct in public office. The younger brother of King Charles was taken into custody at his home by Thames Valley Police after those revelations from the Jeffrey Epstein files released here in the U.S. Police previously said that they were assessing.
As you can see, he's like such a prude. Thinks he's so much better than everybody. He just walks around like some snooty royalty person. He always has been like that. That's why I'm saying I don't think he's going to be able to take the watch your head for a long period of time. He gonna start telling. I'm telling you guys, he's gonna tell it. He gonna tell on everybody. And I'm gonna tell you like this. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And also birds of a feather flock together. You think anybody else in the royal family may be probably allegedly guilty or aware of what's going on? I don't know. Because there's a lot coming out on Andrew right now. And like I said, you never know. When you keep on moving, pressure bust pipes.
Let me now bring in senior story editor Paula Froelich, who's been following this saga closely for us as well. Again, I mean, Paula, this broke just minutes before we went live this morning. You've got sources all over the world. Is anybody giving you more information as to what exact information led to his arrest?
Absolutely. So let's also point out that this was the former Prince Andrew's 66th birthday. So he got a heck of a birthday treat. And what they're really looking at, it's kind of like Al Capone. They didn't get him on murder. They got him on taxes. They are looking specifically at former Prince Andrew's correspondence with Epstein about during the time he was a trade person for England. And, you know, he gave
You see Jeffrey Epstein up in there and all of them pictures with Andrew, right? And then did you guys know that he was working for Jeffrey Epstein, and he was using Jeffrey Epstein's jet? And every time that he had to Jeffrey Epstein was setting up appointments for him, he would call back and follow up and let Jeffrey Epstein know everything that he was doing. So it's a very thin line between what they're saying and these allegations and the possibility of it being true. And selling secrets and stuff like that, that comes with a very high jail time, no matter who you are. Another reason why I think the king stripped him before they came at him. And not only that, I don't think that they would be able to come at him as strong if he still held his royal titles. So they stripped him down first. That's how you break somebody. Break him down to his very last compound, and then you come after him.
very confidential documents over the email to this. So to Epstein, his very good friend. It's illegal. It's not allowed to be done. It's the same thing that they're looking at Peter Mandelson for. Now, they are not yet looking at him for possible sex trafficking charges. However, what's also interesting is a brother of a monarch has not been arrested for 548 years, not since Edward IV.
I was going to ask, have we ever seen this before?
Your boy is breaking history right now. I mean, they ain't even got him as the prince no more because they don't want his name to be affiliated with the family. But yeah. Get this part right here. Let me see something. Now, matter of fact, I think we got enough on Andrew. Okay, let me see. Yeah, about the jail time. Just a little bit about how much time he can get. Just a little bit. Let's go.
Now that is the arrest of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. We're going to go back to the UK. Talk TV host Samara Gill joins us. Samara, has there been any statement from the royal family yet?
Oh yeah, King Charles.
No, there doesn't appear to be, but it is absolutely mayhem over here. I mean, this is unlike anything I think the UK has ever seen. Genuinely, I mean, Andrew on his what was meant to be his 66th birthday, he was meant to start collecting his pension, has actually, you know, now he's going to spend it in police custody, and that's really what's going on. I mean, it was unmarked officers that went into his almost holding pen that he's in at the moment. He's not in his house that he was meant to be in, and he's also not in his evicted property of the Royal Lodge. So they went in there and they were seen taking laptops out, and they basically taken him. So I don't think the royal family's been somewhat silent on this up until now.
Okay, they took him. See, at least we know now what they took. They took laptops and they took a whole bunch of other stuff. Locked him up. Took stuff from both homes. He got released. And now we're going to see what happens with Prince Andrew. Yes, he's been released, but you know what that means, you guys. Released on your own recognizances. Do you have a court date? We don't know. We're going to keep on moving forward and we're going to find out. Let's keep on going, you guys, because I had enough. I think we had enough about Andrew. I think we had enough about this part because I can keep on going, but we're not. We got to get on over to City Chicks. It's a petting zoo / cafe, and it's facing new allegations. It's not good allegations either, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I got to let you see what's going on at City Chicks because it's just not good. It's not good at all, and I'm just going to just say it right out. Sometimes you think it's all good, and the overall can basically be something that's a front for a few bad eggs, hopefully, or for a whole bad situation here. We're going to keep on moving and see. Do me a favor, double tap that screen, get those likes up to let everybody know what we're doing. Got to start this off from back here. Let's go.
Now to the popular cafe and petting zoo that harboured a dark and dirty secret. When we revealed a convicted paedophile was back working there, employed by his former partner Ingrid, it sparked outrage, public protests and a police investigation. Now Ingrid's under fire over more disturbing claims.
Instagram versus reality. Distressing.
It is
to see chickens like that.
Yeah, it is.
Have you ever mistreated any of the animals at your premises, Ingrid? Oh.
We don't play about the kids, and you know we don't play about the animals. Time to put them on blast.
No more City Chicks. It has to be closed.
Regular protests outside the City Chicks Cafe and Petting Zoo are proof of the firestorm Ingrid Dimmick created by employing her then partner, Steve Harvey. Do you regret working at the petting zoo now, Steve?
Oh, Steve got a history, y'all. Let's go.
We discovered Harvey working at the cafe last month.
Why are you back working here as a convicted pedophile?
His criminal history includes an 8-year jail sentence for 15 sex offences, 4 of them against children, as well as 9 counts of rape.
Hi everybody, Steve from the City Chicks.
But Ingrid Dimmick allowed Harvey to work at her petting zoo, crawling with children.
You're a convicted sex offender, why can't you just stay away from children?
I'm not near the children.
You see who's behind him? He said he's not near the children. Do you guys see this? Man, I'm not going to go there because it'll start spinning in a circle right now. They'll be like, okay, the show's over for the day. I'm going to try to hold back, but you guys, please go for it. Let me know how you feel about this situation.
They're right there, mate. They're right there.
Yeah, perfect timing, right, Niggity?
It wasn't the first time this former jumping castle operator had been exposed. 9 News found him working there last November, prompting this heartfelt response from Ingrid Dimmick.
Steve Harvey has been removed from the premises and anything to do with the business.
Only for him to be back working there 2 months later.
We can't trust the words that are coming out of her mouth. Her actions do not match her words.
Rebecca Sowers is a victim survivor herself, and after seeing our story began leading protests outside City Chicks. She and many others are in disbelief at Ingrid claiming for a second time that Steve Harvey has been removed from the business.
There we go. How that said? What's that? Who's that right there? Cinnamon says, we should be able to see the criminal records of employees that we take our children to. I wouldn't trust him with goats, much less children. That was right. Okay, what else we got over here? I can't do that when Spencer's too long. I'm sorry. There was a Criminal Minds episode similar. My wood chipper identifies as a juicer. There you go. JD, delay, gang. Okay, LOL, the little can get you sued. Good luck. I don't know what they're talking about. This crap is out of control. It is out of control. Start questioning if the woman is either in on it too. I can do it now. I was spiritually dead, was meditating because partially, okay, what? Deep breaths and nose out of my mouth. Yeah, you got to get up out of here, Doug. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Get out of here. Get out of here. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
You can hear it once, but then to make that statement twice.
We caught up with Ingrid Dimmick outside an unconnected business to try to get some answers.
Why did you lie to the public about Steve Harvey not being at the business?
And it's now emerging that she may have misled the community even more. This text message from her former partner, apparently sent a year earlier, warning her Harvey had criminal convictions.
Did you know he was a convicted sex offender before November? A Current Affair has spoken with a former prisoner who served time in jail with Steve Harvey. He too is a convicted rapist and claims Harvey helped him get work here at City Chicks doing maintenance jobs. When their friendship fractured, the ex-prisoner claims he called Ingrid Dimmick, allegedly warning her of Harvey's pedophile past.
I called Ingrid letting her know that she had a child sex offender working for her. She said everyone deserves a second chance.
You were warned by at least 2 people that he was. One of them was a prisoner. Do you remember?
What, he got something on you? Or maybe you down with it. Maybe she's down with it. We got to go there, you guys. At this point, there can't be no questions on certain people, especially people like that. City Chicks, do not take your children there at all. Be careful, you guys. Anywhere, amusement parks, daycares, schools. Got to be on point, you guys, nowadays. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Wood chipper, yes. Let's get on over to Norfolk. We got a Navy Reserve who's charged with the murder of a Norfolk. Oh my God, and he flees to Hong Kong thinking he was going to get away. Yeah, we're going to have to go get him. We're going to have to go get him. You try to do it in Norfolk and think that you was going to be able to keep it moving, huh? Not today, buddy. Let's keep on getting forward with this news. And I really would appreciate you guys right now, because we have been giving you guys some top of the line stories, follow-ups, and so much trending topics. Your head is spinning right now, I know. But do me a favor, I really would appreciate if we can hit that like button. All you gotta do is double tap that screen. It makes the likes go up. We got enough people here to do it and make a good mark, especially if you guys appreciate it. It's Friday. Come on, show your boys some love. I'm not trying to hit your pockets. I'm not asking for no money. Because if I was, I know y'all be, y'all be out of here, I get it. So I try to ask for my money in a different form. Likes, double tap the screen. No gems, because just so you guys know, the gems are like pennies. I swear to you, just to let you know, it doesn't transfer as much. I do understand and appreciate the gesture, but nah, we don't do too much on gems over here. But yeah, if you really would appreciate us and the way that we're putting this information down for you every single day, we pool, we sequence, we make sure it's on time, and we do it all for you because we appreciate you guys coming through. All I ask for you guys is to hit that like button. Let's let people know that we're over here. Let's get on over to Norfolk, you guys, and let's get it.
Tonight, new details about the Navy reservist David Varela. He's accused of murdering his wife, Lena Guerra, here in Norfolk and then fleeing the country. Derek Lytle spoke to a representative from the Navy and our legal analyst to understand more about the manhunt underway.
Yeah, hey, Janet. 13 News Now legal analyst Ed Booth says there is growing concern as the Norfolk U.S. Navy reservist murder suspect David Varela is now in a country that has its extradition treaty with the United States currently suspended. Booth says the alleged killing of Lena Guerra and concealing of her body in the fridge of their residence by David Varela could have been a plot to buy time to get out of the country.
You needed to buy yourself some time to where law enforcement was probably not going to be looking for you. This is a way to do it, right?
Authorities suspect Varela has gone to Hong Kong.
The United States and Hong Kong had for a long time a treaty that covered a whole host of things, extradition being one of them.
Booth believes the treaty was suspended in 2020 due to geopolitical reasons, making the manhunt for Varela a headache.
You can't murder people in Hong Kong. You can't murder people in the United States. So you've got that, but you don't have a treaty in place for mutual extradition from one.
Same reason why Edward Snowden was okay to go over there for a little while, and then he went to Russia. Same reason. They find these countries that have no extradition with the United States, and then they hide there. People are trying to say that about Russell Simmons, but no comment. Let's keep it moving.
Country to the other.
A Navy public affairs officer confirmed they are aware of the Norfolk police investigation into the death of a Navy spouse and tell me the Navy is in full cooperation with local, state, and federal law enforcement. Varela joined the Navy in 2007, spending time in at least 6 states, earning a handful of awards and decorations. Booth believes there could be an elevated interest in this case from the NCIS, given possible intelligence that could be leaked to a foreign government if Varela is caught in China.
anyone who would have firsthand knowledge of an asset belonging to the United States Navy that wouldn't be available and shouldn't be available for a foreign actor to just simply go and take a look at, would at least stand to reason, raise the government's concern a little bit.
And it probably is the reason for you guys to fall back and not deal with him and leave him out there. Let's think of 5 different moves. Leave him alone because you're scared that he's going to get down with them and tell the secrets. Try to do a deal with China to see if they would help you get him back. Let's go crazy right now. Send somebody over there to try to pow him on the low. You feel me? There's a couple of different scenarios, but those are the only 3 that I can come up with right now. But you guys know what I'm saying, right? Because you have to have options and weighing your odds to do things like this. So maybe there is 3, there's probably 5, but don't think that I'm the only one that thinks that way. So what are our options right now in this situation? He's got secrets, he's got this. We leave him alone, maybe he won't go tell, but then we still leave the opportunity of that being left out there. So that's a lot of times why they wind up crushing a bug in a rug. Do me a favor, double tap that screen and get those likes up. You guys wasn't gonna get that information from nowhere else. Very important information, and guess what? Somebody wanted to know about it. Let's get on over to Miami. Let's get those wood chippers going real slow again. That's right, wood chippers and meat grinders on slow. Put your juices and blenders on too. Miami-Dade. We got a pastor who was accused of molesting, that's right, with an M in the front, a 15-year-old girl. How did her mother find out? She was going through her daughter's phone and found out about it from the pastor with the 15-year-old daughter. Miami, you guys need to get your business together because this right here is not like a story that I want to be showing.
A South Florida pastor is accused of molesting a 15-year-old girl at his church. Detectives say the teen's mother found out after going through her daughter's phone. ABC6's Valerie Ryan is at the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Department tonight with the details. Valerie.
Joanne, a very disturbing story, and it becomes more disturbing. We're learning that the teen told detectives that the inappropriate touching had been going on since she was 13 years old.
Since she was 13, that's 2 years now.
50-year-old Elko Valier.
50 years old since she was 13 years old. So again, y'all be like, yo, Bugatti be trying to get likes up so that mad people. No, I like to get the likes up because maybe there's other children and maybe there's other parents that need to see stuff like this and probably pay more attention. Like, you know what? Just because they're the pastor, just because they're the sheriff, just because they're whatever, doesn't mean that I don't have to look out for these people. That's what I'm talking about over here, you guys. Getting educated to it. And also, might be a bad thing, but imagine sitting down with your 17-year-old and showing them this, to have them understand why you the way that you are and why you're so strict. It'll lift the stress off of you and maybe even give you guys a better relationship to be able to for them to bring conversations to you. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. This was going on for 2 years. 2 years. The mother found out through the phone, luckily.
A pastor at the Theophile Church seen here during a Sunday morning service 2 weeks ago, now accused of touching.
Yes, I'm down with this swamp food for the gators. Come on, bro. And while he alive, butt naked, send him out there.
A 15-year-old girl and trying to kiss the teen several times at the church on Northwest 7th Avenue and 152nd Street. Wednesday, a man who says he's the deacon at the church said he was unaware of the allegations.
I don't know nothing. So, okay?
The arrest warrant says the teen's mother went through her daughter's phone and saw concerning text messages between her.
You don't know nothing? I need your information and all your information. Matter of fact, let's investigate everybody in here. Call me what you want. I don't care. Get mad at me, y'all. I don't care. You just did that? Investigate him and get his ID.
Her daughter and Valier. Messages from the pastor saying the 15-year-old was beautiful and that he loved her. Investigators say when confronted, the teen told her mother Valier rubbed her thighs and tried to kiss her several times, adding every time he tried to kiss her, she pushed away.
Nobody tell me nothing. That's the first time I see people coming here.
Valier lives in Loxahatchee, an hour and a half north of Miami. Deputies arrested him last week in Palm Beach County. His church congregation was unable to answer any questions about his arrest.
Again, I like showing these stories. They don't get that much performance and platform connections, that much demo, because of the fact that it's not, it's not that important. It's not big news. That's why I be asking y'all to please hit the like button to get more people over here, to get people educated on pieces of shit like this. If I could just punch him in his face, I know y'all hate when I do that, but if I could, ooh, it'd be with every push-up that I do, the force. It would be everything that I could give him. And I'm sorry to be like that. That's why I try to contain myself. Boogotti, you don't want to be too crazy because then you looking crazy on camera, but some people just drive you to want to do it.
First time that somebody told me, I don't know nothing.
Now, the pastor did post bond. We emailed and called the church for a comment. We are still waiting to hear back, but authorities...
Hell with his bond. The congregation need to be outside with some sticks to whoop his ass. He need his ass whooped. And this is 3 minutes past. I can start talking like this. He need his ass whooped. Seriously. Then put him to jail. How about this? Let the people get him. Let the people get him. Let the people get him and deal with him. Send him outside at nighttime and be like, yeah, we letting them go now. Yeah, we letting them go now. Keep on moving forward now. No matter of fact, we're not. We have to pray for that 15-year-old that was dealing with this situation, for a 13-year-old that was dealing with this situation for 2 years. Sad part about it is I know you guys, and you're very smart, and you're thinking about it right now, even before me. Has there been anybody else that he did this to? Hopefully when this happens, now that this is out, maybe some other young kids or probably have had a situation with this pastor, because he's not a pastor, will come up and tell about whatever they know. Because sometimes it takes one person to deal with that's dealing with the situation to break the story open. We have to protect our children. We cannot let people do this to them. And we have to make them understand why we want them to understand why we're so hard on them. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Real talk. I really appreciate you guys. We got to get on over to this indoor adventure park. Can't even take them to the adventure park. I'm not trying to scare you, but let me see those straps. Let me see that right there. Because now we got these adventure parks and these different places that got our kids out there having fun. And we got this 10-year-old who was having his birthday party who fell like 20 feet from a zip line in an adventure park. Yeah, lawsuit, hell with the lawsuit. But yeah, when he get to prison, he will get his. That's what Cinnamon said. Yeah, community justice. There we go. Now we talking. But like I said, at nighttime, let him go. And tell everybody. Tell everybody you're letting them go.
A fun day at an adventure park goes terribly wrong. A 10-year-old boy was celebrating his birthday. He hops on a zipline ride, then out of nowhere falls more than 20 feet to the ground. Anne Mercogliano has the story, and we want to warn you, the video is upsetting.
It happened at an indoor adventure park. Knox Hill was celebrating his 10th birthday.
Think about all the information coming out about Disney World. You're right. There you go. Now we got people thinking, well, all of these little things that we thought was fake and people said it's not real, I'm believing it now. Pizzagate, all that stuff, I'm believing it. Call me what you want until you prove yourselves not guilty when it involves children.
Happy birthday to you. And he can't wait to try out the zip line. Wearing a full body harness, Knox gets ready on the platform.
Let's go, Knox, let's do it.
And away he goes. 5 seconds later, disaster.
Calm down, baby. Calm down. Breathe, baby.
Yeah. He plunged more than 20 feet. You can hear him crying out in agony.
Just stay still. Just stay still.
He said he can't move. His father told him, just stay still, baby. Yeah, just stay still.
His body was just like moving and shaking. It was just the scariest moment.
Knox's uncle Navante Hill was there.
What went wrong?
I'm not fully sure what went wrong. I just remember him just falling back. It seemed like he was in slow motion, and him landing on his back and hitting the back of his head.
The drama unfolded at...
I don't know if I'm going to the hospital with the kid or if I'm going up there to see about that person that worked the strap section. I can't tell you which one I'm doing. I can't tell you if I'm going to the hospital with my nephew or going to see about that guy up on top that's supposed to have that strap right on there.
Spy ninjas in Las Vegas.
This is so hot.
We've seen other ziplining mishaps, mostly outdoors. This guy collided into an animal in Costa Rica.
Is a sloth?
Yeah.
Yup, there's the sloth.
Yeah.
But indoor ziplining can also be dangerous. This mom is hanging by her neck, trapped on a zip line outside Chicago after her harness apparently came loose and slipped around her neck. She suffered both rope burns and bruises.
I just remember thinking that I may die.
Now comes a scare involving birthday boy Knox.
Knox is really a tough kid.
Somebody said right to the top to see the guy with the straps and let the hospital do what they do. Because I might have to go to jail tonight, Sam Champion. There we go. Yeah.
Knox suffered a concussion but is expected to make a full recovery. Spy Ninja tells us the safety of their guests is a priority, adding their staff gave Knox prompt medical attention. They also say the zip line was declared safe by an independent inspector and is now reopened with their team receiving intensive safety retraining.
It's reopened now. You guys heard that, right? It's reopened now. Intensive training. Oh, yeah? I'm outside now. Yeah, call me what you want, and I ain't gonna tell you the rest. Exactly. Look at Miss Swanza. Boom. Yeah. Somebody said a sloth. Look, I'd be in prison, said Audrey. Yeah, on his birthday, he's going to be traumatized behind that for a long time. Exactly. No broken bones. That was bad. Nope. What? Who is going there now? Yeah, the sloth was kind of crazy, right? I would not do no zip lining. You seen the lady with it around her neck? Oh, Lord, I want to pray for this kid. I want to pray for him and his family. I want to make sure that we give him a big prayer to the family. And we want to hope that he doesn't have because right now you're going to definitely probably be scared of heights, dealing with anything like that going out there, because you have to be a pretty brave little man to go out there and do that in the first place. And for that to be a tragic event, just like someone said about going out on your birthday, he's going to be dealing with that for many years. So we want to pray for his mental health out here. And we want to hope that no other symptoms come up later down the line with his spine and things like that. Amen, you guys. And hell with all of that independent inspector and all of that bullshit. Shut that damn ride down. Let's keep on moving forward now, because y'all got to look out for the kids in many more ways than one. We got people out here that's not doing their jobs. And then we got freakazoids like this guy in Florida, who did something to a 13-year-old that I am not even going to say. But around the size of his neck, he attacked him while he was on a family vacation. Intentional and out of nowhere. Intentional and out of nowhere. He is blessed. This kid right here is lucky to be alive, and I'm going to just put it like that. Because when you hear this story right here, you're going to really be angry. But these are current stories. I'm not doing this intentionally because I got to be able to bring this stuff up and tell you guys to see what's going on.
With the Democrat Party of, let's say, even, 10, 13 years ago, they'd be really happy that criminals were being removed from society. But no, not today. Their prosecutors, their judges, their activist base protect vile monsters who go on to attack innocent American children.
We are at Daytona Park, and my son was at somebody cut his throat. He was on the phone, and somebody just came and cut him. He got his throat.
The Clark family was on vacation while walking along the Daytona Beach boardwalk when, without warning, a man lunged at 13-year-old Sullivan, slashing him across the throat. By the grace of God, he's still alive. But doctors said that if the knife went just a millimeter...
You see that? They at Daytona, walking with their 13-year-old. Please do me a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. I want you guys to see what's going on out here. This is Daytona. Just happened.
...millimeter deeper, he would not be. The suspect, child sex offender Jermaine Long, was just released from jail 4 days earlier. According to the Daytona Beach News-Journal, Long was arrested in January for trying to injure two men with a knife and an 8-foot pole.
The black smudge is from Ash Wednesday.
But prosecutors declined to prosecute him, despite, by the way, his lengthy rap sheet. People like this should spend their time in prison, not walking around the boardwalk.
That's why I'm proving to you guys it was only 2 days ago that this happened. I'm telling you, I'm giving you when it's happening.
To terrorize innocent families. Here now with us exclusively, Sullivan Clark, the young man whose throat was slashed, along with his parents, Lori and Jared Clark. First of all, thank you all for joining us. Sullivan, I read this a couple nights ago. I have 2 sons. I was so horrified. First, how are you feeling? And did you get any warning about this attack before it happened?
Watch what exercise does to aging muscles.
This is a muscle killer.
I'm feeling fine. There was no warning. It kind of came out of nowhere. Dude just he came up behind me.
So you were walking along the boardwalk on your phone, beautiful day, enjoying your family vacation, and he came up from behind you and the knife was pulled around the front of your throat? Is that how it worked?
Yeah. It was probably 10:30, 10-ish. Out of nowhere, he came with a box cutter like that behind me and got this side of my neck. I happened to be turning my head at the time, so he just missed this part of my throat. And he also, by some miracle, didn't hit my jugular either. But then he went running and I don't know.
Yeah, you guys. I know his mother's just over there I cannot believe that this happened to my son. We walking with him. And out of nowhere, look. People like that, you guys, he need his ass whooped and honestly need to go to jail for life because what is he intending to do? He also already has a jail record. Why are we so worried about giving these guys long jail sentences? I want to pray for him and his family, and I want to thank the Lord that he's here to talk with us and be with us, and he was able to get stitched up and he's going to be healthy. I hate the fact that he's going to have that scar on his neck for the rest of his life and always have to look at it ever since, until he gets, for the rest of his life, yeah. Explaining to people and telling them about that scar on him. Hopefully he's able to get over the terrible tragedy that accompanied it. And his family and other people that were involved are as well. Amen. You guys, again, trying to get some fat on your brain, let you see what's going on out here. Yes, it's Friday, but we got to report what's going on and let you see what's happening. And especially when it comes down to important stories, because the power of numbers is really important. Like right now, we're going to go over to Vegas. I love my veterans because my dad was one. I feel like anybody that fought for our country, salute, thank you so much. And I really appreciate you guys because people don't even realize and understand what you did. But we got a veteran who's fighting for her life right now because the transport bill wasn't covered. Yeah, her Virginia dad fought and basically is trying to get his daughter. I hope Trump sees this, and I'm going straight there. I hope Trump sees this right here, and I wish that we can use our power of numbers in order to get this story out to the president and to see if they can do something to help her.
A Danville veteran is fighting for her life.
Her father posted a video on Facebook asking the community for help when Veterans Affairs would not help them with her hospital bills.
ABC 13's Sarah Weitzman shows us where things stand tonight.
She's an Air Force
Thanks to
veteran
your
of 5
dad,
years.
Casey,
She's
you know.
laying here with heart failure, fighting for her life, giving everything she got.
A desperate plea to help a mother of 2 who fought bravely for our country. Savali Kraft is on life support in Las Vegas, but her father says the issue started a month ago when she reached out to her local Veterans Affairs office.
She had thyroid issues and that she had an enlarged heart, and they told her to follow up. I think Savali had just so much going on and didn't have enough complications enough to feel like she needed to worry about it.
Sylvester Kraft says his daughter started having real symptoms a week ago, and that's when they checked her into the hospital.
Her heart went into her.
She got to take care of the girls. It's hard to just pick up and go to do stuff like that. Look at the situation here. Beautiful woman.
Heart failure.
Veteran.
It overworked itself. and that they're doing, and they got her on several machines that's basically been giving her life
Tennessee.
support since she's been here.
Doctors said she must be transferred to Stanford University's hospital to survive. Initially, he said the VA would not cover the $73,000 transportation bill. So that's when he took to social media.
Save my daughter's life. Let this make national media. Send it to every media outlet you can send it to.
This video posted on Sunday reached folks from across the country. One of the
72,000. That's $1 from that 100, not even 100,000 people, and we got that. 65,000 people subscribe, $1 a piece. That's how I think. That's exactly how I think. Like that.
them called Virginia Congressman John McGuire.
I actually personally called the Secretary of Veteran Affairs, Doug Collins, and I've been on the phone with him about 4 or 5 times trying to make sure. And what I've got is I've got a guarantee that the veterans, the VA is going to pay for everything to help make sure this veteran, his daughter, and her name is Savali Kraft, make sure that she gets transported to the right hospital.
Kraft says after Congressman McGuire got involved, the VA is now paying the entire bill. He tells me they're now just waiting for transportation to Stanford.
I'm just hopeful. I'm impatient. I've had my breakdowns as a father and as someone that loves my daughter dearly, and I'm fighting on her behalf. She will be there in Godspeed.
In Danville, Sarah Weitzman, ABC 13 News.
All right, we got to keep on moving. I apologize. Something went in my eye just now. I had to get it out. We got to keep on moving right now. I appreciate the love and the likes, you guys. I stay up to make sure that we get stories like this out. They're very important. I tell you guys, when it comes down to the veterans, you don't understand. My great grandfather was in the Army. My grandfather was in the Army, was in the service. My father was in the service. My uncle was in the service. I look up that as a badge of honor. I respect them too much, man. I really do. I really do. 100,000%. Thank you so much again, Mrs. Swans. I didn't see it, but thank you. I really appreciate you guys understanding. That's crazy and it's messed up, but I'm glad that because it's finally going right. It's finally going right for her. Yes, you crazy? My grandfather, my Uncle Ronnie. We used to talk about him like he was on TV. Oh, Uncle Ronnie's in Germany. What? I'm in Harlem, we eating cheese. Are you kidding me? Uncle Ronnie's in Germany doing what? Started putting us on all sorts of stuff like Russian cakes and all this German chocolate stuff. I'll tell you something, man. It was a different time coming up when I was little. And you appreciate your family. I'm going to tell you now, because once they're gone, you can't tell them you love them. So smack somebody in the face with a kiss right now. Call your cousin up and say, I'm coming to see you. What you do that for? Because I love you. See you later. Same reason I wear these damn suits and y'all got the nerve to be asking me. Don't even have to be here. 1,500 stitches in the side, bust open on the side over here. Y'all talking about why I wear a suit every day? I'm the one that says I'm gonna change my life and I'm gonna be the one to prove it for my family. And I actually get up every day and I prove it. Don't believe me? I'll be here tomorrow to show you again. Let's keep on moving forward right now because we got a U.S. surfer, Kurt Van Dyke, who was found unalived in Costa Rica. Authorities says it was a murder. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I told you we don't stay in one place. We got people that we got to talk about. Let's get on over there.
Santa Cruz surfing legend Kurt Van Dyke found murdered on Valentine's Day in Costa Rica. Friends and family got the news from Van Dyke's oldest son.
What's going on? He goes, well, someone murdered my father. And I just went, whoa. You know, it's one of those things you just can't believe.
Total shock, because Kurt was a benevolent person. He's very giving. He helped anybody that asked for it and rescued animals and people, loved the ocean.
Initial reports say Van Dyke was murdered in the coastal town of Puerto Viejo, where he owned property and operated a small hotel. Preliminary cause of death, suffocation and multiple stab wounds. The victim of an armed robbery.
His passion was life, and surfing was the big part of that. And he found an area that he absolutely loved. It's tropical. The wave is perfect. You know, the fresh fish, good food, good people, really nice culture that he melded into. Very relaxed culture, I would say.
The 66-year-old Van Dyke grew up in a Santa Cruz family of surfers. For Van Dyke, it all started at Pleasure Point. His skills taking him around the world before Van Dyke was settled in Costa Rica in the late 80s.
He was
Kurt
good,
was very
too.
famous around here for just being a really good surfer.
He looked good,
you
yeah.
know, everybody that's from Santa Cruz originally, and even people, you know, generationally, they know of, and their kids know of him too.
And if there was a Steve McQueen of surfing, it would have been Kurt Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he just had the swagger, he had the look, you know, ever since he was 13 years old.
And he had that
Long blonde hair.
softness
Yeah.
about him.
Not many people know about him on the surface. He's a surfer. Not many people made a big story about him and put it out there like that. I feel the same way. I want somebody to talk about me and put my legacy out there and talk about me for maybe 2-3 minutes. So that's why I do this as well. Yeah.
Heartbreak in the coastal community of Costa Rica where Van
Animal advocate, took care of people, cared for others.
Dyke was known as the king by local surfers as authorities try to piece together what happened.
He was fun to be around.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, you know, it's just good feeling, you know.
Oh, man. Precious life we got here, you guys. Y'all better enjoy it. Smile for absolutely no reason. That's why I'm telling you, don't let nobody break your stride. They got an attitude. Let them live their life like that. We don't do that over here. I want to pray for him. I want to pray for his friends and his family and every single person that's affected by the loss in this tragic event. And I want to pray that we finally get somebody and find out who did this to him. And I bet you we find out it's over nothing, probably some peanuts, some stupid little real snobbery or something like that. But we want to pray for his family and put his soul to rest. Amen. Okay, you guys, that's enough of that. I'm sorry I had to take you through it, but it's happening. It was brand new information, and it's happening all over the world. Let's change up a little bit and get over to a YouTuber, an influencer, says that a scammer using AI tricked people out of $50,000 in e-bikes. Yeah, he used his likeness and called up companies. That's like, yo, my name is Bugatti. I want to try your suits. Send me a bunch of suits. Have a fake person acting like it's me. Next thing you know, it was AI the whole time. Send that to 20 companies, see who bites. Yes, there's criminals out there like that. But guess what? There's criminals out there that do stuff like this. Exactly what I'm telling you.
A popular YouTuber says someone posing as him tricked businesses out of tens of thousands of dollars in electric bikes.
New at 4, Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray explains how that YouTuber and a colleague fought back to help catch that suspect.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I like the freedom that bicycles give you. I like feeling like a kid. And you just have the wind in your hair and you're flying down the trail or down the road. I never got sick of it.
Seth Alvo is a content creator and big one with roughly 3 million subscribers on YouTube.
Okay, so to make it
Jordan,
easier...
thank you.
He says someone pretended to be him, imitating his email account, his writing style, and even more, he assumes with the help of AI.
In my 10 years as a YouTube creator, I've been impersonated many times.
After all, there's more than enough material of him online to draw from.
As mountain bikers,
Alvo says then the imposter emailed bike companies in his
Thank
name.
you, Jordan.
saying, hey, I'd really like to take a look at this bike. Can you mail it to me so I can review it?
He says the criminal landed roughly $50,000 worth of e-bikes.
How do we know that there is not criminal AI? You're right.
Presumably, he figured he could get these and unload them and make a bunch of money.
But then a turn. Some of the businesses ended up getting in touch with the real Alvo and his communications manager, Daniel Sapp.
We didn't know what we were getting into, you know?
They tell us they've dealt with scammers before, but nothing like this.
We
got all types of scammers. I got scammers that say the sound is off. Yeah, just to throw me off. We got I got people like that. We got scammers that try to do stuff with me all of the time. They send me an email. The last one was Shure, S-H-U-R-E. They act like it was Shure. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Vincent. Everybody show some love for Vincent for the $2 super chat. The last company that tried to get to me was Shure. They said that they were the microphone company, right? And they loved my show and they wanted to sponsor me, right? I'm not stupid because you know how many other people already tried to get to me? Fake DJI, fake Sony. So many fake companies try to get to you. If you're an influencer and they take over your channel, they have a better chance of acquiring stuff. 65,000 people are over here. They would love to get to me or to try to do something to hurt us or try to get through me to try to manipulate. So what I do all the time, I look at it. If you really want to pay attention to certain things, look at the end of the email. If it says at gmail.com or anything different from sure.com or sony.com or anything like that, don't even deal with it. Do not answer it on your laptop or your computer either. There's a phone number, answer it that way, or go to the library and use their computer. Don't let them hit you up with that malware or whatever like that, because we're not stupid over here. Let's keep on moving forward over here, because now I want to finish up this story, and we got to be careful, because like I said, many companies will try to steal your identity, because now they can go say, hey, I'm this person, and really you won't have no control over it, because now they done stole your whole platform. Be careful.
Catch the guy this time and set an example.
So Sapp did some detective work. He asked the companies to play along with the scammer and send Sapp some of the email exchanges.
We were able to find out where they were delivering the bikes. We had tracking numbers and everything.
They say the address is a house in Greensboro, North Carolina.
We were able to, work together to piece together this big puzzle.
He and Alvo told Greensboro police.
When the investigator drove by his house, they were just out on the porch.
Then you see it just on the porch. It's like, whoa, wow.
Officers charged this man, Jeffrey Holden, with multiple counts of obtaining property by false pretenses.
It was an amazing feeling of success. They never get caught, and finally we got someone, and so that's an example. You can get caught.
They say about 12 businesses fell victim, but that all's not lost.
At least they're gonna get their merchandise back.
Whew, well, they're going to get their merchandise back, and hopefully it doesn't destroy your credibility. And people say, yo, don't even deal with him, because we can't tell if it's really him or it's not. That's the hard part about it. That's the seriously hard part about it, you guys. Trust me, you got to be careful out there. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, especially when it comes down to here. That's right, you guys. We've been doing this every single day. I'm not going to tell you that it's been easy, but it's been a blessing. Because I've been praying and asking God, which one are we going to do tomorrow? I got to go find these things, Lord. I'm not perfect. And then all of a sudden I start looking, and then I find something that's very pleasurable, and I think that we're going to get great content from. And I don't want to scare anyone. I'm not trying to pitch a brand. I'm not trying to tell you what brands to go with and what not. I took this information overall. I didn't know what particles were. Didn't know what carcinogens were. Didn't know what certain things were to look inside of things. So now when I know what to look for, I can now know what to look for. What are we talking about today? Let's get into it, you guys. Here are the 25 water brands that you need to stay away from. That's right. You think that Poland Spring, what it means to be from? Yeah, you think so? You think so? What about that Aquafina? What about that? Yeah, Crystal Geyser. What? All of them, you guys. You want to know? This is the place to find out right now. Gonna bring it up on the board right now, as well as the links in the description for you to go see this whole video yourself and to start weighing things and figuring out odds from ends. This is the same way I got educated up on it. 25 water brands to stay away from, and the ones that you should drink. Let's go. Starting from the top, we got Starkey. Starkey was made in bottles, and it gives you an idea that, hey, it's not in plastic, so it must be good. That's not the case. Number one, that's Starkey. We got another one named Pendel. Really bad. Taken off the market for a while because they found all sorts of poisons in it, as well as plastics. Oh boy. That other one that's in the store that you see all the time in certain regions, because some of this water is in certain regions. I noticed that when I go to Las Vegas or LA, I see Arrowhead water. Certain places I go to, I see Crystal Geyser, or I see something like that, right? So let's bring those names in. Let's go to Crystal Geyser. Massive particles found inside of the water. Not only that, improper disposal of waste. That's right. Some of that water has certain sort of natural wastes in it, and they don't dispose of it the right way. So if you can't dispose of something the right way, should I trust you for giving me the right product off the top? A lot of this water is tap water that is filtered. A lot of these companies had to tell it. They had to tell because of certain lawsuits that came through. You're drinking expensive tap water that you can clean yourself. You're spending all that money on water that you can be making yourself. You might as well, because it's purified tap water. Let's keep on moving forward. We got Kroger tap water. No good. It's not good. We got the Walmart brand. Yeah, no good tap water. It's another one. Also, just because it's a great value doesn't mean it's a great value. It's not good for you. And anytime you get one of those waters with the flimsy plastic, really look out for it, because it's really bad. It's less protection. Also, I was scared about the plastic itself, drinking out of a plastic bottle. Right. Keep on moving forward, because the great value has plastic particles that they found in it. We got another water called Real Water that's been linked to hepatitis. That's right, you guys. I know you don't think about this a lot, because all we do is we thirsty and we want some water. Oh, that's the cheap one right there. It's got 40 of them in there and it's only $12. I'm buying that one. Don't do it. There's a reason why it's only $12. 9 times out of 10 again, somebody turned on the spout, filled it up, and gave it to you. Or put a little bit of filtration in it, dumped a couple of minerals in it to call it purified water. Keep on going forward. Wakia. It's water from Hawaii. Wakia. Yeah. Floating particles. Topo Chico. Same situation. Let's keep on moving forward to Niagara. That one there. No good. Be careful with that water. I'm telling you guys. And again, I said I'm not trying to scare you, but I would like for you to know the differences and why we're saying not to drink these waters, because over time, these particles and these different things can affect you with cancer. They're cancerous. That's why it's important. You're thinking that it's okay, it's pure water, and it's not. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's what they're giving us. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Now we got to get on over to Deer Park. Remember, Deer Park, that's good water. Test it, and it has PFAS in it. That's right, PFAS. What's that? Tourmaline spring water, PFAS. We've got another company here called Ice Mountain. Don't do it. Arrowhead isn't pure water at all. Chemicals and more. That's right. Nestle Pure Life. Don't do it. Perrier has been found to have some pretty bad things in it. You think it's good water because it's in a bottle? Perrier. Yeah, I'm going to let them tell it. I'm not just making this up. And like I said, I'm a victim of this myself. I go get the big ones and I put them on the water machine over there. Poland Spring, what it means to be from Maine. Yeah. Also, who else? I already knew this off the top. How did I know? Because I went to Vegas. And when you're used to a certain type of water and they only have one other type there, it makes your tentacles go up. I'm like, what the hell is this? Aquafina? This ain't no real water. As you know, it's piped in. It's piped and filtered water. That's right. Aquafina by Pepsi it's just all it is filtered municipal water. Okay, you guys, I'm telling you right now, those are the ones, that's the 25 right there. And again, you don't have to take my opinion on this. What I would like for you to do is take that list and go do what we always do. Check and see if it's true. See what's going on with it. Because I was surprised myself. I said, you know what, before I tell them this, I'm going to go look. And lo and behold, everything was true. And an independent work that I did. Now we get to the ones that you can drink. Some that are good for you. The Crimson Ghost, be very careful if you live in Vegas, because most of that water is not too good. Also, you got to get some good lotion, because what I noticed about people in Vegas, their skin is very like hard skin, no matter if you're white or black, because you have to deal with that sun. And don't even tell them about June and July. Tell them what the temperature be. Hit them in the comments right now. If you've been there in June and July, tell us what the temperature is in June in Vegas. All right? Bubbly water you can drink. Bubbly is actually good. B-U-B-L-Y. Bubbly water, drink it. Polar with an R. Believe it or not, you can drink it. That's right. That's right. I'm sorry, you guys. I made a mistake. Pellegrino. There you go. Pellegrino's good. Sparkling ice, no detection. and that's from Whole Foods. You guys want to get some water that's actually good? Go pick up some 365 everyday value water. It's been tested. None of that's in it. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. Yes, it's Friday. Sometimes we keep on moving forward, going a little further, because we have to.
Spring water. When people shop at Whole Foods, they expect premium quality, not hidden health risks. But Starkey Spring Water, the store's in-house bottled water, has a long history of trouble. Independent tests, including those highlighted by Consumer Reports, found arsenic levels in Starkey that pushed close to, and in some cases above, the federal limit of 10 parts per billion. To put that in perspective, 10 parts per billion means just 10 drops of arsenic in an entire Olympic-sized swimming pool. Even at such trace levels, scientists warn that consistent exposure over years can increase the risk of cancer, skin lesions, and circulatory problems. Whole Foods has had to recall Starkey multiple times, pulling bottles off shelves after regulators flagged the high arsenic content. The most recent recalls were in 2019, proving this isn't an outdated concern. What makes it worse is the way the product was positioned: spring water, naturally sourced while carrying one of the most infamous toxic elements on Earth. And this wasn't bargain water. Starkey is sold in glass bottles at a higher price, pitched as a cleaner, more sophisticated choice. Imagine paying extra for what you think is the purest bottled water, only to find out you're slowly ingesting a poison historically known for tainting wells and causing chronic illness. That betrayal makes Starkey a brand we consider a clear stay away. Number 24, Peñafiel. Peñafiel might not be a household name like Dasani or Aquafina, but you've probably seen it on the shelves at big box stores like Walmart or Kroger, usually sitting right next to other sparkling and mineral waters. It's owned by Keurig Dr. Pepper, the same company behind Canada Dry and 7UP. In 2019, this brand was suddenly pulled from shelves after Consumer Reports and the FDA flagged it for arsenic levels above the U.S. safety standard. That is not a small slip-up. Arsenic is one of the most toxic elements you can consume, even at low doses. Studies link chronic arsenic exposure to higher risks of cancer, heart disease, and developmental problems. The fact that a mainstream company allowed a brand under their umbrella to reach consumers with levels this high is alarming. What makes it sting even more is how Peñafiel was marketed. A crisp, refreshing mineral water, sold as a better choice than soda. But behind that image was a contaminant most of us associate with poisoned wells and unsafe tap water. The company did remove the affected bottles, but the trust is gone. Once a bottled water has been caught with unsafe arsenic levels, it's hard to believe it won't happen again. For that reason, Peñafiel belongs firmly on the list of bottled waters to avoid. Number 23, Crystal Geyser.
You should have known the next one because it's too cheap. The next one that we about to show you, this Crystal Geyser, you should have known that off the top because it's too cheap. But yeah, we're learning, you guys, and we're learning together.
When a shopping cart smashed my
We're learning at the same time. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up.
Geyser Alpine. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring. Looks like the classic American bottled water. The red and blue mountain.
Now tell me you haven't run across this bottle somewhere. Tell me you haven't seen it.
Logo, the words Alpine Spring across the label, and the promise of pure spring water straight from the source. But behind that clean image is a history that should make you think twice. In 2020, the company behind Crystal Geyser admitted in federal court that it had illegally stored and transported wastewater tainted with arsenic. This wasn't a small slip. They had to pay fines after prosecutors found they mishandled millions of gallons of contaminated water left
5 years ago
over from their bottling operations in California. Now, that doesn't mean every bottle on the shelf was filled with arsenic. But what it does show is a troubling lack of care in how Crystal Geyser managed its production. If a company is willing to cut corners on waste disposal with something as dangerous as arsenic, how much can you really trust them when it comes to what ends up in your bottle? The brand still sells nationwide at places like Walmart, Target, and grocery stores, often positioned as a cheaper alternative to Poland Spring or Deer Park. But a bargain doesn't mean much if the company behind it has already been caught mishandling toxins. For that reason, Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring earns a place on the list of bottled waters to avoid.
You're welcome.
Number 22, Kroger Purified Drinking Water. Kroger is one of the biggest grocery chains in America, and just like Walmart, they slap their name on everything, including bottled water. Kroger purified drinking water sounds safe enough, right? The word purified makes you picture clean filters and a crystal clear mountain stream. But let's be real, this is usually just tap water in a bottle, run through some basic treatment and sold back to you by the case. Independent testing from watchdog groups like the Environmental Working Group.
Somebody said that their daughter used to work at Dollar Tree and they drank this on a daily. It was very unhealthy, and my boss always had a UTI, bladder stones. That's crazy.
Has shown that Kroger's water isn't as pure as the label makes it sound. Reports found traces of disinfection byproducts and chemical residues, things you don't want in something you're supposed to drink every day. It's not arsenic level scary, but it proves the point. Cheap doesn't equal safe.
See?
And here's the kicker. You're often paying more per gallon for Kroger's bottled water than you would for the same water coming straight out of your kitchen sink.
You're often paying more for Kroger water than you are for the same water coming out your kitchen sink. And guess what?
That's the business model. Dress up ordinary tap water as a convenient product and hope people don't ask questions. So if you're thinking Kroger's bargain water is a smart buy, think again. For a chain this massive, you'd expect higher standards. Instead, what you get is a corner-cutting product with nothing special inside except maybe chemicals you didn't bargain for. For us, it's an easy pass. Number 21, great value. Walmart's great value line is all about one thing, being cheap, and their bottled water is no different. You've probably seen those.
Now she's struggling to get that in there. Think she's doing something good for her family.
Big cases stacked sky high in the middle of the aisle, sold at a price that feels almost too good to be true.
In the beginning, we gave the ones that you can drink, and there's also a link in the description that'll bring you directly back to this video. You can watch the whole thing non-interrupted at your own convenience and see those other ones again that we mentioned in the beginning.
But here's the catch. It is independent tests, including those covered by the environmental.
I like this because any one of us can do it. We can get the cups, we can examine our own water, and we can get an ionizer and a tester ourselves and test our own water. We're drinking it. It's not that important.
Working group and watchdog outlets have found microplastics and even traces of PFAS chemicals in bottles sold under the Great Value name. These are the same forever chemicals scientists say stick in your body for years, linked to everything from hormone disruption to cancer. And let's not forget the microplastics problem. A Columbia University study in 2024 revealed that bottled water can contain hundreds of thousands of microscopic plastic particles per liter, and cheaper brands packaged in thin plastic bottles are often the worst offenders. That means with every sip, you're drinking more than just water. You're swallowing bits of plastic your body can't break down.
Every time you squeeze that bottle, you're bending and flexing the plastic, right? Anytime you bend and flex plastic like that, you make it weaker, right? So what's coming off of that in the water? It's common sense.
People buy Walmart water because it's affordable, not because they think it's the cleanest. But when you're dealing with something you drink every single day, cheap shouldn't come before safe. The truth is, Great Value bottled water lives up to its name only in price, not in quality. For us, it's one of the easiest waters to leave sitting on the shelf. Number 20, real water. If there's one bottled water story that shows just how dangerous slick marketing can be, it's real water. This wasn't just another alkaline water on the shelf promising better hydration or balance. Real water ended up linked to a real outbreak of non-viral hepatitis, a serious liver condition that sent multiple people to the hospital, including children. The FDA and CDC investigated, and the evidence was clear. People drinking real water were getting sick, badly sick. By 2021, the FDA had to step in, issuing public warnings and forcing the company to pull its products nationwide. Eventually, real water shut down completely under a federal consent decree, and lawsuits from victims piled up.
So there are 25 of those bad suckers right there, 25 of them. And I love you guys, you know what? Because you always say stuff like, well, Bugatti, what can we drink? You guys got me on that. You taught me that part. You said, and then I was like, yo, you know what? It's not fair to only tell them what they can't drink. Let's start telling them what they can drink. So you know what? Or not even drink, what they can actually, feel safe with. So let me run this down real quick.
Yet another toothpaste that does not wipe.
Get a couple that you can drink.
This one works.
The plastics. Studies like the one from Orb Media in 2018, and more recently, Columbia University in 2024, found that bottled water brands, including Dasani, contain massive amounts of microplastics and nanoplastics. We're not talking a few stray particles, we're talking hundreds of thousands in a single liter. You never asked for. To me, Core is the perfect example of why you can't judge bottled water by the design of the bottle. Underneath all the marketing, it's just another overpriced, overhyped product that doesn't deliver on the promise of being perfect. That makes Spindrift stand out. It doesn't just sell an image, it delivers on it. A mystery formula that doesn't deliver on the promise of being perfect. But if you thought all was doomed, since now even something as basic as water has become monopolized and therefore unsafe, think again. Because here are 10 brands actually doing it right. Starting off with number 10, Spindrift. Spindrift isn't just another seltzer on the shelf, it's one of the few sparkling waters that actually backs up its clean image with solid data. Unlike most flavored seltzers that rely on natural flavors, a catch-all term that can mean anything from lab extracts to chemical blends, Spindrift uses real fruit juice for flavoring. That means when you drink a Spindrift, you're actually tasting a splash of lemon, raspberry, or orange, not a mystery formula. Even more important is what's not inside. When Consumer Reports and other independent testers looked at sparkling waters for PFAS contamination back in 2020, Spindrift landed at the very bottom of the list, with levels barely detectable compared to most competitors. But when the choice is between paying a bit extra or swallowing forever chemicals, I know where I'd put my money. If there's one sparkling water I'd actually feel good about drinking regularly, it's Spindrift. Number 9. San Pellegrino.
And it's expensive.
San Pellegrino has been around for over a century, and it's one of the most recognizable sparkling mineral waters in the world. The green glass bottle, the red star, and the Italian heritage give it that old-world prestige you don't see with newer brands. It's not just water with bubbles, it's naturally carbonated mineral water from the foothills of the Italian Alps.
A lot of it, Dasani,
and when you
yes,
actually
you're
look
right.
at the data,
Bottled city
it earns
water,
its reputation.
municipal water.
In Consumer Reports 2020 testing of bottled waters, San Pellegrino showed relatively low PFAS levels compared to many other sparkling brands, while trendy names like LaCroix and Topo Chico came back with some of the highest detections. I don't just see a status symbol, I see one of the rare sparkling waters that actually lives up to the hype. Number 8. Sparkling Ice Black Raspberry Sparkling Water. Most flavored sparkling waters talk a big game. They've got flashy cans, bold names, and the promise of natural flavors, but when you peel back the label and look at the lab results, a lot of them come up dirty. That's why Sparkling Ice Black Raspberry caught my attention. When Consumer Reports and other testers ran the numbers in 2020, this flavor came back with 0 detectable PFAS. None around in it. Number 7. 365 Spring Water. Whole Foods built its entire reputation on being cleaner, healthier, and more transparent than the average grocery store. So when I see their house brand, 365 Everyday Value Spring Water, I expect it to live up to that standard. And in this case, it actually does. Independent PFAS comparisons put 365 Spring Water in the low to non-detect range.
This is what I'm thinking that we can probably find. All of us should be able to find something like this.
Are better than big-name brands like Deer Park or Nestle Pure Life that were flagged in the same testing. That's a big deal, because most store brands cut corners. They'll slap a private label on water bottled by one of the giant suppliers and call it a day. But Whole Foods has stricter supplier standards, and you can see the difference in the numbers. When labs looked, 365 Spring Water didn't carry the same forever chemical baggage you see in so many competitors. Now, let's be clear. It's not some luxury mineral water flown in from Europe. It's affordable spring water. It's balance and wellness. Like this water is going to fix your whole lifestyle card. Number 6. Alkaline 88. If you've walked through the water aisle, you've probably seen...
We can trust Shaq, huh?
Those big square jugs with Alkaline 88 plastered across the front. The branding screams balance and wellness. Like this water is going to fix your whole lifestyle. Now, I don't buy into all the alkaline hype. Your body already keeps your pH in check and no bottle of water is going to change that. But here's where Alkaline 88 actually earns a spot on the good side. The data. When bottled waters were compared, Alkaline 88 consistently showed low to non-detectable levels of contaminants. That's a lot more than I can say for some of the giant names that people buy without thinking twice. Bottled water, I'd rather it be one of the few brands that's proven to be clean,
It's more.
Number 5, Smart Water. Smart Water is one of the biggest names in bottled water, and for good reason. Coke has the marketing machine to put it everywhere. But unlike a lot of flashy brands, Smart Water actually has something behind the label. It's vapor distilled water, meaning it's boiled into vapor, condensed back into liquid, and then finished off with added electrolytes for taste. Basically, it's a high-tech version of distilling at home, which strips out impurities instead of just running tap water through a filter. Now, I'm not saying it's magic. At the end of the day, it's still bottled water. But compared to all the store brand bottles that are just municipal water in disguise, Smart Water's process does give it a cleaner edge.
Okay, you guys, y'all know how we do it over here, and I love to share the information with you. Let's go. 25 bottled water brands you need to stay away from, and 10, we only saw 5, you can go watch the other 5, 10 of them that you can drink. The name of the site, the name of the channel is CIBUS, Cibus, CIBUS. Might want to go over to that channel and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And again, the link is in the description for all to see. That's right, you guys. Texas, come on, let's go on over to San Antonio. We got a sneakerhead who lost thousands, and finally the person that stole the sneakers from him is admitting to his crime. Let's get into it, you guys. Yes, it's Friday. We're trying to do a good one here and make sure we get all this information out before we get you out of here to go to work. Let's go.
After a local sneakerhead lost thousands in a burglary last year, the accused thief has admitted to the crime and now faces sentencing. But as Ken's 5 reporter Zach Briggs shows us, not everything was recovered.
Deshaun Dixon, a self-proclaimed sneakerhead,
I've been collecting ever since I was a teenager.
can finally feel some sense of relief.
It was just a matter of time.
After 21-year-old Andre Joe Garcia was arrested and admitted to breaking into his apartment last June. A neighbor's surveillance video captured Garcia hauling bedsheets full of Air Jordans, 21 pairs of sneakers worth more than $5,000.
It's just really sad that, there are people like him and other people who feel that they are entitled to other people's things.
Garcia didn't just steal Dixon's expensive shoes. He also snatched up his video game consoles, which police say he ended up selling at a GameStop in town. Turns out those transaction records were key in helping police identify and arrest Garcia.
It's important that any major purchases you make will have your serial number on it.
Dixon was able to find the box and receipt for his video game consoles. The serial number matched the information gathered by police, but not all of his electronics were recovered.
Good news is we found your PlayStations. The bad news is we didn't find a Nintendo Switch.
As for Dixon's Air Jordans, still missing.
I've already accepted, that they're gone. However, though, it still hasn't stopped me from collecting. As I said before, I still enjoy doing what I'm doing.
Hey man, if you really want to keep on doing that, you might as well get yourself some AirPods or some sort of pod situation that if they go somewhere, you can probably be able to track it. Sucks. Why? Because the young gentleman is trying to start his own business. My son was doing the same thing and was able to keep a business going for a very long time. And that's something right there called entrepreneurship. We look at gentlemen like that, young guys coming up, and we try to give them a leg up and try to help them out. It's very sad when a situation like this happens. Luckily, the person has been arrested, and it looks like he's going to push through and be smarter about the situation moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. Now, what happens if you get pulled over and you've been smoking? Be coming in the party with the spliffers and see. That's the only place that I really want to be. Yes, there is a new standard in certain police forces where they pull you over and they ask you if you've been drinking anything. But hold on a minute. Have you been smoking? You know it. How many times they try to pull you over and say, I smell marijuana in the car. Get the fuck out of here. You don't smell no weed. Come on, y'all. I can't even
Imagine being
I can't even do that sober.
able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Right. But at the same time, you ever hear about, you're not supposed to answer any questions because everything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Now you done said, yeah, well, I was puffing on a little bit of ganja a little while ago. Now you're giving them cause to search the car, possibly call in the dog. You're going to be there. So you know what? You might as well fake it till they make it. Like the criminals say, y'all gonna have to do your job, officer. That's right. Just keep on moving forward, double tap that screen, because sometimes you have sills necks in the city, in plain sight, especially when you're talking about LA's very well-known place called Figueroa. Fellas, don't be going on over to Figueroa after you see this video. Stay away from Figueroa. Okay, we're trying to get rid of people. This is not an advertisement for Figueroa, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on showing what's going on out here. Let's go. Come on. In plain sight, too.
We are known around the world for being the home of Hollywood and having some of the world's best beaches, but LA is also has a much darker side. We're a notorious hub for human trafficking.
For weeks,
Now, was that beaches or Snoop Dogg style, the other word?
On Your Side Investigates has been digging into the Figueroa corridor. It's a stretch of the city where young women and even underage girls are forced into a life of sex work and slavery. It's a problem so big, we're dedicating an entire primetime special to it this Saturday. Our investigative reporter, Kevin Osbeck, is here with what he learned after spending late nights with the police trying to combat the pimps and the traffickers. Kevin?
Well, Mark and Michelle, if you're not familiar with the corridor, it's a 4-mile stretch of Figueroa Street that runs from Gage Avenue to Imperial Highway. This is all just south of Crypto.com Arena and the LA Convention Center. Many call the corridor the Blade or Fig. And in just this stretch of Fig, in just the first month of this year, the LAPD has found 10 underage girls trafficked into a life of essentially selling sex in plain sight.
That's why I don't laugh at it no more. Why I don't really, I don't do it that way anymore. I think about the victims and real people that's going out there and they're being forced to do this.
And what we saw along the Blade with the LAPD was truly shocking.
In plain sight.
I've seen a drastic escalation in the number of girls out here.
LAPD Sergeant El Navarro and Vice Officer Liz Armendariz are our guides during a December late-night drive down the Blade.
I just think, man, that is somebody's kid. And it's heartbreaking.
Tonight, we see an LAPD operation looking for underage sex workers. Anyone working these street corners they suspect to be under the age of 18, they ask for ID.
How old are you?
23. Oh, wait.
There's a different female there every night. So some of them stay consistent, and then they're brand new girls.
There's men out there that have a taste for females and juveniles, and they know that they can find it. The pimp starts noticing, hey, they want underage looking people, they're going to start recruiting underage people. And the thing is that they're much easier to manipulate mentally because a lot of times they come from broken homes.
But how does a girl go from a broken home to being forced to selling sex out here on Figueroa?
It's a demand for sex. It's kids that are being reached out to by perpetrators on social media. I've seen pimps pull out their cell phones. They'll see a pretty girl on the internet, sometimes knowing she's underage, sometimes not knowing. They'll direct message her along with hundreds of others.
Often these girls are recruited by what's called Romeo pimps. They wine and dine them, luring them into what the girl thinks is a relationship.
Yep, they call them the Romeo. They act like they want you to be their boyfriend. They act like they want you to be their boyfriend. Congrats on 700 likes on the way to 800. Thank you. They act like they want you to be their boyfriend, your girlfriend, and then they get with you and they say, well, if you love me, baby, you do this because we need money. Instead of going out there and get a job is what she should say. If you love me, you wouldn't ask me to do nothing like that. But when they're underage, they can be easily manipulated. Watch out for the youth, male and female, especially if they're, because the boys, they'll get caught up out there too for that sort of customer. The imps only want to supply the demand. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Y'all like, what are you doing today? Yes, it's Friday, and we going there. We're going to keep it moving forward. Because this former Morgan County jail officer, I can't believe he's facing felony charges over honey buns. Honey buns, y'all. I said it. Honey buns. This man is getting in trouble for honey buns.
A law enforcement officer with a long career now facing charges over stolen honey buns. Yeah, you heard that right. Stolen pastries. WFO 48's investigative reporter Nick Ballinger spoke to Jarvis Moore exclusively after he turned himself into the Morgan County Jail last week. Nick Moore believes this is retaliation, and he was just following orders.
Well, Liz, Jarvis Moore says he doesn't even eat honey buns because he's a type 2 diabetic. He believes this goes much deeper than those 200.
Come on now, you know you ain't getting a honey bun story nowhere where I'm gonna stay late just to show you this. I know we're supposed to be done already, but he got caught because of honey buns. I had to stick around for this. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, people. Come on.
Or so calorie snacks. He thinks despite 24 years of service.
And he looked like he done ate every single one of them, because if he don't look like the Black Shrek, I don't know who do.
In Morgan County, this is retaliation.
I just want the people to know that I didn't do this. And it is killing me to be plastered all over.
Somebody said honey buns is big money on the inside.
The world that I'm this and I'm that, and I'm not that.
Every day for over 2 decades, Jarvis Moore walked into the Morgan County Jail and went to work.
I've done everything that there is to be done there. Something that I wanted to do ever since I was a child.
But on Friday, he walked through a different door, turning himself in on 7 counts of felony extortion. I've contacted Morgan County officials.
Felony extortion for honey buns.
To get to the bottom of the charges, but due to courthouse renovations, the filings are delayed. Moore was told this stems from his firing in September.
And they told me that I was being terminated for taking honey bun and store items from inmates.
You heard that right. Honey buns. Moore doesn't deny taking the honey buns, but he says he was simply following orders.
This idea's been going on for years and years.
He says when inmates started a fire in the jail, it was policy to take commissary from inmates who started the fire and give to others.
The honey buns were actually given to another inmate to clean up, or the items. There was nothing ever kept in possession. It was used as a tool to stop burning in the jail.
Moore and his attorney Scott Morrow believe this is much bigger than 7 felony counts for 7 honey buns.
It's retaliatory 100%. His problems began specifically when the John Scott incident occurred.
All right, so where the honey buns at, bro? If you ain't do it, where them 7 pieces at, bro? Where them honey buns at? Because somebody in the chat said you can get a lot of money for honey buns on the inside.
John Scott Jr. died in jail custody in April of last year. This video of Scott Jr. being dragged through the jail was leaked in May. Moore says he was asked multiple times if he was the one who leaked it. He believes it's the main reason he was passed up multiple times to become the first black lieutenant in Morgan County history.
That was one of the main goals that I wanted to do, and that would have been even stronger to help people.
Moore says he was placed on administrative leave each time a position came up.
One thing, he's African American and they don't want him to be a lieutenant. And then because he supported Anna Franklin in that video.
And if she's back in office again, I can assure the citizens of Morgan County you will see significant change.
Yeah, they saying that it was a strike back because he tried to help out somebody politically. You guys, I don't know what's going on, but hey, you know, over here we love the animals and we can't wrap it up until we go rescue one. That's right. New York, on the waters or on the land, we got to be there for all of the animals. And this is a new animal that I started to love. It's our American symbol, and I've always loved him. I always was scared of him at first until I started really doing research. That's right, American bald eagle, who has been rescued from the Hudson River, stuck on a piece of ice. Arr, arr. Somebody actually sent the police out there, and they saved him. Let's keep on moving, you guys. Double tap that screen and get the love going for the bald eagles.
All right, this is Liz's favorite video. We just captured this NYPD video of the NYPD making a rescue on the Hudson River. While on patrol this morning, they spotted an injured bald eagle floating on a piece of ice. It first caught their attention, and you could hear it from its cries, right? The officers very carefully, gently moved the injured bald eagle off the ice. Look at how
What I like about it is the eagle is smart right now. It's like, look, I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm going to let y'all do what y'all doing. And they helped him.
much care they're taking with it. My goodness, you know, I love seeing this. The eagle is now at a warm animal sanctuary. Liz, I don't speak eagle,
You don't?
but I'm sure it's grateful. I'm just going to hazard a guess.
How incredible.
Wow.
How gorgeous that
Amazing.
is.
The NYPD is equipped for anything.
Any bees during the
Right.
summer,
I was just
eagles in
thinking
the
that.
winter.
That's incredible.
It also makes you grateful the fact that there's still a little ice in the Hudson, so it had a place to land.
That's a good point.
You know?
Yeah, because normally he would have just fly like an eagle and got up out of there. Why didn't he just take flight? I don't know, but you know what I appreciate? Those officers that went over there and got him, because they didn't have to do that. Yeah, and also this hero police dog that I'm going to show you right now saved a 13-year-old. You're not going to believe this. Remember that snow from a week and a half ago? The historic snow that really whomped and swamped us? I made pretty good money in that snow. South Carolina, one dog. You wouldn't believe this greyhound. I'm sorry, bloodhound. All you got to do is give him the scent, and he starts milling in the snow. All you're going to see is his head in the snow with a bunch of snow coming out because he's hot on the trail. And guess what he did? Saved a life. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because our animals, our four-legged friends, are not just good for one thing. They're actually good for, I'm about to bring the dog. Anytime you hear that, if you got something on, you be like, damn, they're going to bring that dog. Dogs' noses are very, very good when it comes down to finding stuff. Let's go. Let's get this story going.
Of course, they do say this. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but one police canine charged straight into a snowstorm for the first time to locate a missing teen. Bo is a police canine with the Gastonia of North Carolina Police Department. He was able to track the teen's scent in the dark of night and find him, despite freezing temps and a storm that tallied over 11 inches of snow that weekend. So joining us now is canine handler Sergeant David Rowland with the Gastonia Police Department and Bo himself. Officer, thank you for being here with us this afternoon. We really appreciate your time. And of course, Bo for being us as well. Can you kind of walk me through the rescue mission? When a person goes missing, how do you establish a trail to follow?
Yeah, so for a bloodhound, for us to establish that scent, the biggest thing for us is a scent article or a specific item that the person touched or belongs to that person that has their unique odor on it. I introduced that to Bo, and Bo, his superpower is scent discrimination, meaning he can only follow that one scent that I ask him to follow. And I give that scent to Bo, and we look for our start point, and the rest Bo does, and I just hang on.
Wow. I mean, it's so incredible. What a skill to have, too. I mean, obviously, these conditions, they weren't fun to be in. It was very cold. It was an intense system that came through. How did you ensure that Bo stayed safe in these intense winter conditions?
Yeah, so the biggest thing for Bo, watching him, making sure that he's not getting tired, or if he's picking his paws up, letting me know that his paws are getting too cold, potential frostbite. Just like humans, dogs can get hypothermia. Those are all things that we're watching. We have EMS and other officers and agencies that were there to help with support in case something like that would occur, and we would bring a backup dog in to finish Bo's track.
Wow. And how long did it take for Bo to find the missing teenager?
Yeah, so the teenager had been gone for about 2 hours before we arrived, once we started the track. Once I gave Bo the scent article, Bo took off. We tracked several hundred yards. We were tracking for about 15 minutes. And at that point, perimeter started shifting, trying to follow Bo. And luckily, Gas County Emergency Management System and EMS were in the area assisting with us on the perimeter. And inside that hard perimeter, the child ended up walking out to one of the EMS workers as we tracked to him.
Wow. And this was Bo's first experience in a winter storm, right?
Yeah, to this magnitude. He's been in some light dustings, but nothing like this before. The biggest thing was I wish I had video of it, but Bo's head was so far in the snow that he was like a plow going through the snow, dividing the snow as he worked so diligently to locate that scent.
Wow. And can you kind of talk me through and how weather can make a difference when it comes to tracking?
Yeah, weather is probably one of the most important things when it comes to tracking for a canine handler. Weather affects every aspect of it. Good tracking conditions would be something that's cool. The weather is 40 to 65 degrees, a light to no wind. Humidity is huge. We're looking for 40 to 70% humidity. A light rain or mist could actually regenerate the decomp of skin rafts, or basically your skin cells that fall off your body. Moisture reactivates it and helps. Sorry, Bo's hitting all these buttons, and it helps make the scent stronger. Which Bo was.
Y'all, shout out to Bo, all dogs that are in police and law enforcement. All of the Belgian and all the Malamutes that are actually out there serving in law enforcement and special ops. Oh yeah, don't think that there's not a lot of special ops dogs out there that will jump out of a plane with a special ops officer. But guess what? You guys trying to make some money, 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 money. Hit that link in the description for Friday. That's right, it's Friday, you guys. There's about $540 worth of surveys in there. You'll make some money and I'll make some money too. Also, you got a business, you're trying to promote it, you're trying to get it out there. Well, guess what? You know what that means, right? That means that you can send your promos over to us at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's right, you guys. And guess what? You send that over to me, I'll put it up in the post notification area. But remember, it has to be 1080 by 1080. And that's the only way that it's going to fit up there. And guess what, you guys? I can't forget, because we always doing it and we keep on promoting. That's right. What are we promoting? The Show Your Talent Search. That's the talent search in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, where you can pull up, boom, and make $250 with myself as the host, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. That's right, Big Drip Hard Punch is sponsoring the Show Your Talent Search. So if you win in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island, or Queens, boom, you can make $250. Also, we're doing it online. That's right, it warmed up now, so now we can start doing it again. We're gonna bring everybody, whoever wants to be online. You wanna be a part of the talent show? Press that button right there. Let's see if you're good. Show us your talent. And if you win, you never know. You could be on your way to making $250. And after we bring everybody together with one person online, they're going for the grand prize, which is $1,000. That's right, you guys. You see it right there. The Show Your Talent Search, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. And who's going to be there? I'm the host and my DJ. DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew, you guys. That's right, formerly Black Ink Crew. Now she's DJing, executive producing, and yes, you guys, also the DJ for the Show Your Talent Search and the main influencer. That's right, you guys. And guess what? Y'all know what's about to happen right now, right? That's right, I didn't forget. You guys thought I forgot. I need you guys to do me a favor. We're gonna pick two people right now. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do it. And I'm gonna give you from the count of 3. That is 1, 2, 3. My email address, that is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge. This, not that, but this. llc@gmail.com. Send me your address, your mailing address, with your name from the show. Say, my name is such and such. This is my address. We're going to pick 2 people out of those in that list, and we're going to send you one of these and a keychain. So all you got to do is go to the email, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. My name is such and such. This is my mailing address. I'll let you guys know who wins by tomorrow. We're going to pick 2 names today after I go check the email. I'll let you guys know who wins. I'm going to pick them randomly. You'll have no idea, and you won't have any influence in it. So that's how we're going to do it. That's right, you guys. Thank you so much. You'll be able to get a keychain. Don't even have to win up to nothing. But all I want you to do is, my name is this. This is my address. Okay, so because I know some people that be in here, and you know what? You never know, you might win. I'm going to put all of the names in a hat. I'm going to pull a hat out and tell you guys who won. That's right. But you got to email me, and that's how we're going to do it. You guys know what today is, right? Today is Friday. That means it's the end of the week, And we got to get those prayers up for every single person that's here right now. I want to make sure that we're praying for security, love, strength, and value, and make sure that we pray for care, because we need a community out here that cares more about each other than anything else. And I think that with care, we'll get much more achieved, as well as love. See how the white ladies take care of them dogs, and them dogs get all healthy? That's because of love. Look at Lynn and look at Nova. He's coming together because of love. That's how you do it, you guys. I want to pray for who in the chat? Luigi. Got to pray for Miggity Mark, Teddy Marcello, CJ the cat who's always here. Miss Swanza, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you got yours right. I know Batty Lynn, Emanuela, AJ. Who else we got up in here? V. Casey, my brother, how you doing? Congratulations on the work. Nikki Thomas too, Batty Lynn, the eighth and one. Who else we got up in here? Audrey, Vincent. Got to show love for Batty Lynn. That's right, for always holding us down. Benjamin Bell, Catherine. I see you in here, Rebecca Lanyon Bueno. Love you so much. Mega Dub. What's up, Mega Dub? How you doing? Who else we got up in here? Rogelius, Roger's wife. Me. I see you. Audrey Ham, 4496. We love you too. Black Pints. There you go, me. Jeffrey Spilker. There you go. Now get up in that email. Get to the email and send me your address, Ad Rains, because we ain't getting nothing from you yet. You might be able to win Vincent. You could win the eighth and only. And Nico Blue, Rogelius, Rebecca Lanyon Bueno. I ain't send you one. If I didn't, you better tell me and I'll send you one. Vincent, Teddy. Also, we're going to pray for Ad Rains, Casey, Rogelius. And I want to make sure that everybody has a fantastic day. Show love for you, your family, as well as your pets. Amen. We be back tomorrow, yo. That's right, for Saturday. Damn, we'll be back tomorrow. That's right, for Saturday show. Like the crazy Shaolin fighters back in the days. My favorite day, one of my favorite days, especially Saturday morning. The big bowl of cereal, watching cartoons. Used to love it, you guys. But yes, we'll be back tomorrow, 6 o'clock, Our Bottom Line. I hope that you guys appreciated the show, because we made sure that we gave it all to you today, put it on the line, and much more. Really love doing this, and I hope you guys see it. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in and chill with me on Our Bottom Line today, I appreciate you. No, we're not going to do a segment today at 6 o'clock, because I said that you're going to get the decal or the keychain. Keep my word, especially when it come down to y'all. I don't play around with y'all like that. Y'all ready? Get 'em! Peace.